ladies and gentlemen, to today's game of Old School Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Iken, I'll be your Dungeon Master. And today we're joined by 3 players, Ethan, Ross, and Seasons, so welcome back.
Salsa is going to be joining us because apparently that party he mentioned is tomorrow.
Are you sure you're going to join us today, Salsa? Because if you're going to join, waste your time, and then leave, that would not be good, right?
Yeah. I made sure to interrogate him. He said...
We don't need anyone flaking on this.
Yeah, yes, time. Hell yeah, Alpha's been a... Alpha's playing with us.
Okay. Alright, so if you guys are certain you're going to join in, I'll give you permission to speak, and then you can rejoin the call. Alright. Feel welcome to reconnect.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Alpha?
Hey, Fiddle.
Alright.
Wow, since you're late here.
Welcome back. Alright.
Yeah, sorry, I've been really busy working at my parents' house doing their flooring and shit.
It's all good. Welcome back, man. Good to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to be 2026
yeah,
in a couple days.
Okay.
Actually crazy.
Alright, well, to get started, no one here is new, so we'll just go over game preparations. We'll just go down the list as per usual, but any questions or concerns before we start today's game? Alright.
Nope.
No? Good. So, we'll start with Ethan. So, Ethan, last we left off, you were playing Steven. Do you want to continue playing this? Or actually, Steven was...
He got captured.
Yeah. So, you want to roll a new character?
Yeah, he had to start. I am going to play my halfling. What was his name? Laugh Reb. Halfling. And I am gonna roll up a new character too.
Alright, let's start with Laughter. Just a moment. Alright, so here's his record. Do you want to do you want to purchase anything?
Can we get him a shield?
A shield? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
And maybe some more arrows.
Alright, just as a reminder, he is a halfling, so his encumbrance is a lot more limited. Shield
More limited, but
is like a great shield on him, like a heavy shield, right? Is that fine?
yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me.
He would be a heavy footman,
Quickly,
more than likely.
Would be a heavy.
I mean, he's already probably a heavy footman. I can double check though.
Yeah, that would be kindly if you could.
Yeah, so this is 5, 10, 20, 22, 25, 28, 29, 30, 39, 42, 43. He's carrying 43 pounds of gear, and I believe his max encumbrance is twice his weight, so, or I mean equal to his weight. He weighs 60 pounds, so he's a heavy footman. He's 13 pounds past heavy footman rate, but he's not max encumbered.
Okay. That means I need to.
If you remove 13 pounds of gear, he'll move at the rate of 20 feet. Currently, he moves at the rate of 10 feet per round, or heavy footman rate.
Is a pound of rations 3 rations,
Uh,
or
3.
is a ration a pound?
A ration is a pound.
Hmm.
And if you want to be 50% speed rather than 25% speed, you need to get rid of 13 pounds of gear.
It's pretty hard. Hmm. May I? May I change my mind about playing as Westard? I didn't think he was going to be a heavy footman.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want a new person then.
Did you still want to make that shield purchase?
No. Oh, that would be too much, I think. Yeah, sorry, Judge Master, I didn't realize.
Alright, well, it's fine. Go ahead and start rolling up your new character.
Yep. So first roll, a 10. Second roll, an 8. Third roll, a 9. The fourth roll, a 10. Fifth roll, a 10. And charisma, it's 11.
Alright, and go ahead and choose a class.
Fighter.
Alright, 1d8
most
for hit points.
Average 6 hit points.
Okay, 3d6 for money.
3d6. 8.
What kind of gear do you want to start with?
Get a... It's 5, 3. How much does a spear cost?
Spear's 3 coppers.
Get him a Gamilton and a spear.
Alright, sounds good. What name would you like?
Random name. Roll this. So, on the second chart, 71.
Okay.
And on the second chart, 91.
Alright. His name is TENY.
Okay.
Alright. Next is Ross's turn. So Ross, do you want to play as Sal Suvok or new character?
We're not doing that today, are we? Let's see.
Oh yeah, you were captured.
Capture 2.
So,
Roll up a new character, right?
yeah.
Yes, he is
sounds good.
captured. So no, I will roll up a new character.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead.
Let's see. All right. First roll is 12. Second roll is another 12.
Mhm.
13.
Good.
10.
2 more.
And 11. And come on, big roll. Hey, well, there's my 17.
Nice. Alright, what class would you like?
I would take advice right now for what class I should go for.
Yeah, sure. So, based on your scores, you have a very good strength, intelligence, and especially wisdom. So I'm gonna recommend cleric to you.
What order do they go in? The skills.
Right. It would be
Like,
strength,
so,
intelligence. Oh, question?
no, I'm listening.
Alright. It's strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, and then charisma. So you're 17 went into charisma.
Okay. You know what? Cleric sounds fun. Let's go for it.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll 1d6 for hit points.
We don't have bards, do we?
The closest to the modern, I guess, idea of a bard, modern D&D bard, would be magic user. However, if you're talking about an actual bard, someone who plays instruments, any class could play a bard, or any class could be a bard, technically. You just have to have an instrument.
Heard. Cool. Okay, what did you ask me to do? I'm sorry.
So, you need to
For,
choose. Oh, you need to roll hit points. It's 1d6.
1d6. Single d6. Rolling away. Yeah! I got a powerful 2.
Better than 1. Go ahead and roll 3d6 for money.
Okay, come on, guys. I need some money. I need to be rich.
Nice.
15. There's my 15.
We're gonna spend 3 on a symbol, so you can pray. The rest of your money can go toward armor, weapons, and whatever else you might want.
So that is 12.
Yep, 12 remaining.
See, copper points. Okay, let's see. I was trying to write some stuff down. So at Gambison is probably a good idea, huh?
Yep, sure.
12.
You want a
I
Gambison?
need to figure out. Yes, yeah. We'll get a Gambison. You know what? Let's a Gambison, a helmet, and a quarterstaff.
Alright, well, you already have a helmet that was issued to you upon arriving at the
Okay.
base.
Then is it a good idea to have a shield and a quarterstaff?
Quarterstaff
Would that
is 1 or 2, usually two-handed, I think. Maybe a shield and a club, or...
It's the only thing I wrote down that's only 2 copper pieces.
Oh,
So...
yeah, okay. Let's see, yeah. Yeah, I guess that would be fine. Quarterstaff. And a shield.
I mean, if it's a two-handed thing, I would understand I can't use it with a shield.
Yeah, I think it's two-handed.
Okay. You know what? I already got the helmet.
See, the club is 3 coppers, right? But if you want, you can get a light club for 2 coppers, slightly cheaper. The damage would be slightly less.
What's a Francisca?
A throwing axe.
Let's do it. I don't have to throw it, do I?
You don't. Yeah, you can use it in melee still.
Cool. Then
melee.
we'll go with the Francisca.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's definitely a good option.
Let's see. Well, that's gonna be so. All right, I've got Gambison, the shield, and the Francisca.
Yeah. I think the reason why the club is so expensive is because it's the studded one, like spiked. But I think a wooden club that I might add that as an option would be super cheap, of course. Like 1 copper, but
Just call it a chair leg.
yeah,
That's a
basically.
joke. Okay, so that's all of my money, I believe.
Last step is your name. What would you like?
You know what? Let's roll it.
All right, go ahead.
I
Percentile and
don't
d6.
know how to do that. Percentile.
Yeah.
Just one?
One set of percentile plus a d6. So it should look like this if you're watching my stream.
Uh,
The percentile one is the one with 2 zeros at the bottom of the options for dice, right below the.
I had to scroll down to find it. Okay. So yep.
Nice. 48-3. Okay, so first part of your name is ES. Go ahead and roll again for the second part of your name.
Same dealio. Add the d6. Let's see. Choop, 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 choop. Bam.
All right, that's 50 on chart 2. So this one, chart 1, I mean. All right, so you're ESETH, or yeah, ESETH.
ESETH.
ESETH,
Cool.
yeah, ESETH, the acolyte. All right, either ESETH or ESETH, I think. So it's one of the two. I think it's ESETH. Because ESETH would have an EA, ESETH, maybe. All right. Next is Season's turn. Alright, so Seasons, do you want to continue? Or actually, Elizabeth was captured.
Yeah.
So, quite unfortunate for you.
So I should start rolling.
Yep, go ahead. Start rolling a new character. Oh yeah, it's 3d6 for each roll.
Oh, sorry. I thought I should wait before rolling. Okay. 13.
Good start. Okay. It's alright. Nice. 2 more. Oh, right. And then, I'm not sure if you're around for this alpha, but about a month ago, I think now, I've allowed the players to start using the simulator again. So, I'll re-upload the link in the chat, and if you want, you're welcome to join it. Now, if you can't, no worries. You can just, of course.
Okay. I think I should be able to do it on my tablet.
Yeah, it should be fine. I've done it before.
Okay.
Might be a
Yeah,
little
I'll
glitchy.
hop on my tablet right now. I'm just dealing with my baby real quick, and then I'll be on.
Oh yeah, no worries. Okay, so next is you have to choose a class, Seasons.
Oh, I have
So
13 strength and
yeah.
13 wisdom.
I would recommend fighter or cleric then.
Okay, fighter.
Sounds good. Alright. And next, you're gonna roll hit points, 1d8. Alright. Then you're going to roll 3d6 for money. Okay. And what kind of armor and weapons would you like to start with?
I will start with a shield, and I will start with a shield and a short sword.
Looks like the cost is gonna be about.
10.
Well, yeah, you're right. But you do need a sheath with your short sword, so it's gonna be 11.
Okay.
All right. And what would you like for your name?
How about Rose?
Rose, as in the flower. Rose.
Yes. Yes.
All right, sounds good. All right, and now it's gonna be Alpha's turn. So Alpha, when you're ready.
Okay, I should have Samuel, right? Or no?
Yes. You wanna continue as Samuel?
Yeah, I'll continue as Samuel.
Let me see if I can find this right here. Alright, last time you played, it was a very long while ago. So, let's see. Last time, it says your group was attacked by road bandits September 22nd of year 10. Before you made it back to. Let's see. That was. All the way back when we were fighting orcs to the east of your base. But the party has traveled pretty far to the south in search of new adventures, hoping that they might find somewhere better.
Okay, I can roll a new character then. That's fine.
So Samuel's not at the current area. We can of course at some point have him travel to the current area at some point safely. But for now he's not here technically, so there might have been enough time passage and we can determine if he was able to safely travel here. If you want to do that, otherwise he's currently retired or like somewhere out to the east. So it's up to you how badly you want to play Samuel.
No, yeah, I can roll up a new character. Just let me see. Once upon a time, let me switch over to my chat real quick.
Yeah, sure. Samuel left the company a while ago. Let's see. He's back, possibly. We'll get him back at some point.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Where did you post the thing so I could roll?
In the session chat, the voice chat.
Okay, let me see here.
I can also message it to you.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. It's loading. Let me see here. Okay, I requested to join.
Alright, and then just make sure you change your name to
Okay,
your name here.
let's see here.
So Alpha.
Yeah, let me see here. Players. Set a name. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna roll. So here's for the first stat. 16.
Okay. 16.
Second stat's a 9. 13. 14. 7. And 8.
Alright, nice. And what class would you like?
I will do fighter.
Alright, and then go ahead and roll 1d8 for hit points.
I got 6.
Alright, and then you have a -1 adjustment from Constitution. Money is 12.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
Yep.
gear would you like to start with?
Let's do a slung shield and spear.
Alright, the total price for that is 6, 10. So you have 2 left.
Okay. Is that enough for a gambeson or no?
No.
Okay. I will hold on to the rest then.
Alright,
Or you know, how much is a sack?
sack or knapsack both are 2 or 1 copper each.
And then a backpack is a backpack 2.
Backpack is 3. A satchel is 2.
Okay, I'll do a knapsack. For one.
Knapsack. Okay.
And then I will hold on to the last copper.
And what would you like your name to be?
Let's do Frederick.
Do you want to spell it for me?
FREDRICK.
Okay, good. Some people spell it differently, so. I think we just have Salza left, right? So, Salza, go ahead and start rolling up your abilities.
Alright. Okay, so it's 3d6, right?
Yep, 3d6 each.
10, 11, 3, 7, 8, 5.
Alright. Probably a fighter, elf, or magic user. What do you think?
Magic user.
Magic user? Alright, sounds good. Go ahead and roll 1d4 for hit points.
1d6. A d4, which is trial, right?
Yeah.
I got a. Oh, wow, I got a 1. I got me to reroll. I got a 1. Dang.
And roll 3d6 for money.
11.
Alright, so your first set of spells will cost you 8 coppers total, 3 for the spell book and 5 for the spell. For your spell options, you can choose between either a random spell or a Dungeon Master chosen spell.
Dungeon Master.
Alright, you have a spell book of sleep then. This leaves you with. Sorry, you rolled 11 for money, right? So,
Yeah.
3 coppers left. Anything else you want?
Anything I want to see? I mean, nothing I can think of right now.
Would you like some recommendations? Or do you want
Sure.
to save your money? Alright. You need a weapon at the very least. I'm going to recommend a sling, pouch, and 30 stones. This will cost you 2 coppers. Is that fine?
I'll have one left. Yeah.
Do you want to save your last copper or do you want to spend it?
I'll save it.
Alright, sounds good. Last step is to choose your name. What name would you like?
Go generated.
Alright, go ahead and roll percentile and a d6.
44. Oh, percentile and a d6 together?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead and roll a d6 too.
Okay, so I got a 3 on the d6 and 60 on the thing.
Was it 60 or 63?
Well, it says 66 and I got a d6 on the 3. I got a d6 on the.
You got a 63 then.
No, it was a 3 on the
I got a
D6 and
3 on the
63.
d6.
Alright,
Yeah.
roll
Sorry.
again.
2 on the d6 and a 15.
Alright, your name is GARBES. Or GARBES.
GARBES?
GARBES,
Garbs?
GARBES, or GARBES, basically.
GARBES.
GARBES, GARBES, GARBES. Alright. That should be everyone. We should all be ready to play now. So, and if you have any questions or concerns before we take our first break.
No.
My only question was, so since today we have players who have not been captured, well, so if someday we have players who have all been captured, will we still be able to like play as the captured players, or?
If everyone has a captured character, I mean, even if your characters are not all captured, new players can join in as captured characters if they want.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
up to the
okay.
group. So,
Well,
do you guys want to start
Okay, got it.
captured?
No, I don't think so, because we already made new characters.
Yeah, you would start out with no gear captured, right? It'd be a horrible
Exactly.
start. Alright, well, as
It'd
per
be a
usual,
horrible
the
start,
usual
yeah.
start is at base, spawning at base, and then from there you can set out on adventures as per usual. I'll see you guys all in about 5 minutes then. Take your first break.
All right. So
fill me in, Ethan. What's around this?
Okay, I got sleep. I got sleep. I'm so happy.
yeah. Okay, good. Okay, what Alpha? What were you saying?
I said fill me in. What's around us? What's been happening? What's going on?
All right. So we're in a new area, as you can see. We
Yep.
There's spiders to our north, cannibals to our west. No, east. Elves to our west. We don't know what's south yet. And we're at, or was my camp, the Wolfden. Recently, we've been fighting cannibals. Cannibals are hard to fight. Jesus Christ. We have wolves to our northeast. Basically, we do not know anything south at all. So
Okay.
that's basically what hasn't happened.
Gotcha.
So I say we go south to see what's down south.
I mean, if everything else is around it, we know what's all around us except for south. That would probably be the best bet to figure out what the hell's down south.
Yeah. And hopefully nothing.
Have you found any caves or no?
We found the salt vein cave that is northwest of us.
Okay.
But haven't been there personally, as I don't have any mining equipment. We do have a lot of fighters today, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got that
I-
16 strength though.
Can someone give me the lowdown on how to play a cleric? Like, what are my abilities going to be? What can I do? I've never
Okay.
played.
Okay, so as a cleric, if we go into an area where there's undead, your best bet is going to be to pray. We are not gonna. It depends on who's tanking in the front line. Normally, we try to have the cleric second rank, due to the fact that they're able to push
Also-
undead back.
To mention something, Alpha, Clerk cast spells level 1 now.
Oh, they can. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, normally it was you had to reach second level to be able to cast spells.
Yeah, due to not having many second level casters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I just saw your thing and it said maybe a spear. I just thought that maybe a spear.
No, the sling works better.
It's pretty good. Although a spear would have worked. I don't think I would have had enough money for a spear though, because isn't spear 5?
Spear is 3.
It is 3? Oh, it got knocked down?
Yeah, normally when I get a loadout, I will do a slung spear and a slung shield, due to the fact that like if I get in any other weapons, if I have to drop one to swap out to the other, I'm not dropping it on the ground. It's just like an instant release and then an instant switch instead of like dropping and then pulling out.
Personally, I've been preferencing Gambleson over a shield as we've been fighting more animalistic that can't do.
Oh,
range.
I've heard about the Gambleson. I think it's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Gambleson's great.
Normally I'll do
fighters
Gamison. Yeah, normally I'll do Gamison and I'll do plate over it, but I save up for that. It takes a while.
Plate expensive.
Yep. No,
Makes
dude,
sense.
I had played on one of my characters before the fucking ruling on that changed, where it made it expensive as hell.
Makes sense. Makes sense because fighters have double AC. So each armor piece is doubled.
Yeah, and then isn't the weight reduced?
No weight reduction. It's just double AC. Basically, fighters walk.
The weight used to be reduced for fighters.
Yeah, but all the fighters all the time kind of ran with heavy armor, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I have, because we would be counted as medium footmen instead of heavy.
Yeah, but now fighters can act like they're running around in heavy armor without needing to pay for heavy.
Oh, I see. Because it's considered double. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So a -4 to my AC, you have a -4 to your AC. Pretty good.
Okay, I still have no idea how to play cleric.
So for your cleric, the cleric, try to keep it second rank. Your main thing is not gonna be obviously tanking. That's gonna be our job as fighters. If we see undead or like ghouls or anything of evil nature, you can start praying and it'll ward it away. Obviously, they have to fail on their check, the morale check, and then they flee for a little while. They'll be scared of you, but they will attack anybody else. Well, as long as they have line of sight to you, we're good.
Yeah, they don't have a morale check. They have
healing spells or anything?
Yeah, you, but you have to pick them out. And I don't think Dungeon Master did that.
Okay.
All right.
Is there anywhere on this server that has any of this stuff listed?
Yes, if you go into house rules, go up, you can find the basic rule set and expert rule set that has the spells and stuff.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Just make sure to tell the Dungeon Master what spell you want.
Ross, because today you chose to play a cleric, like they mentioned, you are indeed able to pray for one spell today. So you memorize a spell by praying and meditating to your god, and you have 8 options to choose from. There's 8 first level cleric spells, which we'll go over right now. Here's the rule set, which I do have a link to this, like you were wondering. It's in the House Rules channel, at the very top. You can find this rule set. Naturally, this is the rule set we use. However, we have our own house rules that go on top of the rule set. That, of course, adjust the rules as we need. So, yeah. So here's see, spells. Here are your options. Zoom in here. Okay. So these ones here on the right side. You can pick between these ones.
Okay. Well, what are we doing today, guys? I'm guessing Cure Light Wounds is probably just where I want to go with this, huh?
Yeah, because we don't know what self.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do Cure Light Wounds then.
Alright, sounds good.
And I can cast that once
Yep,
today,
once per day.
or
Exactly.
got it.
Alright, same situation with Garbes here, but Garbes, you only have one option, which is the spell in your book. And Alpha, you weren't around for this for a while, but I did upload the new house rules a while ago now, and one major change to the magic users you will see is that since they focus mainly on magic, unlike elves, magic users have twice as many spells now, so Garbes is able to memorize sleep twice per day. And for Garbes, of course you have no reference maybe because you've never played one before, but your magic user is able to memorize their sleep spell twice. That means you can cast it twice per day.
Nice. That's fucking badass, actually.
Elves, of course, will
Spell
still
scrolls is
cast.
still a treatment, right?
Yep, scrolls are fine. You will still be able to acquire scrolls. However, now when it comes to preparations as well, though, the only time you can purchase gear freely is when you create your characters, kind of. But gear is now dependent. Where you buy your gear is now dependent on what's available in the game world. You can't just spawn, or you can't just buy gear in the dungeon, for example, or at base. Because if your base doesn't have a shop or merchants, then you don't have a way to resupply. So there are merchants that will come to safe territories. You'll be able to trade with them. But also the prices are now not super relevant anymore to some extent because you can barter. Well, players are bartering, and most merchants will sell it on different prices based on where you are at. So let's see.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the only time that your gear is like fully available, or the gear list is fully available, is when you're creating a character. That's about it. Alright, so Garbes, you're this guy here. Yeah, magic is alright. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and change your names. I can change your names for you if need be, but if you know how to do it.
Discord or
Yeah.
where?
Alright, I'm doing
Okay.
it at the moment.
I've tried to change my name on the server before and it wouldn't let me, but I will try again.
Alright.
Maybe that's changed.
So the only time you can change it is when you have a player role.
I already
Like,
changed my name.
Yeah.
Okay, we're cool.
So
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah, I had not played the game yet when I tried. Okay. I'm not going anywhere, but I do need to go over to the fridge, so I'll be right back.
Alright.
alright, I just changed your nickname, so we should.
I like
be good.
turtles.
What? Alright, so we left off with our party returning, or actually just one member of the party returning back to base the other day, reporting, of course, the losses of an entire crew, including one of our most powerful magic users, Elizabeth the Seer, was captured by the Cannibals we have been combating for the past couple days. We have lost 2 expeditions to them, and naturally we have just gotten reinforcements. Reinforcements have arrived at the Wolfden base camp, but not without a price. So, or not without pushback from these cannibals. I'm gonna roll to see if there were any encounters in the base. during this time. Today we might be on the defensive. If I roll a 1, that means we have a enemy encounter with the cannibals, at the very least. So, right. At some point, the base was under attack, and it will be, let's see, the time of day. So 8 o'clock. It was in the night shift. At around, so from 8 to 16, and then 16 to 16 plus 8 is 24. So yeah, around 2 o'clock in the morning, there was an attack on the base, and we just recently got our reinforcements. It was a U group of 5, along with anyone else at the base at the time, which was the 6. So they're on the defensive, and we are under attack today. So today we don't really get to choose our adventure, due to the losses we suffered during our offensive attacks in our campaign. We're now on the defensive side this time, so we're under attack. So today's adventure,
Hey,
setting the scene, you're under attack, yeah. What's up?
quick thing. My halfling should also be in that camp.
Yeah, he is.
Lafred. Yeah, he's just not listed on there.
Okay, let me list him real quick. Maybe I forgot to transfer him from this group. Last shred.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. So, 7. We have.
Alright.
7 plus 5.
This guy should.
12 defenders.
Yeah. Alright. Now, before I determine if these guys are even here, we'll have to check if their players are still with us. So, Canteen is still with us. Kyle, Gurgo, yeah, these guys should all be at base on the defensive as NPCs.
Hello.
So these guys will be NPCs. Hello. Something wrong?
I was saying something, and on Discord I didn't see the green ring.
Oh, okay. I see. Alright. Let's see. So to start off, today's adventure is the 5th of December, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning when there's an encounter with some cannibals, right? Let's check if we're surprised. We are surprised, and they're not, because they're the attackers. So your group in particular was surprised. So for 1 round, the enemy will take an offensive action against us freely, right? Naturally from a distance determined by the dice, and we'll go with 1d4 times 10 yards, and that is the distance in which we finally start to hear and notice them, but not before we can take action. So they'll be taking action from 20 yards out, so 60 feet. They'll be taking immediate action before, so that's the distance in which they were able to start acting before we noticed, right? So at 60 feet from our camp. So for today's adventure, we'll be starting with a medium scale map, which means that every grid should represent roughly 30 feet. Alright, and to draw out our camp, we are at the Wolfden base camp, so we're just gonna get a sketch of this map. In the meantime, as I sketch out this map, you are all welcome to draw up some plans and discuss your ideas on how you should take on this encounter, right? So give me 5 minutes and I'll be done.
So, yeah. So, how do we want to do this? We do have a.
I mean, since there are cannibals, they're probably gonna move really fast, and they're also probably gonna like rush at us.
Okay. We have. How many men again? We have 12 men.
12.
Yeah, because we're including our the NPCs here. We have 12 people.
Oh man, what's battle? What's battle tactics 101? Make a circle and run through the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a point, yeah.
Oh, not run at the enemy. We're defending, and we have.
Not run, but
But by run through, I guess I just meant hack at them.
kind of
them.
Yeah, I
defend
feel like
ourselves.
it
Like,
depends. It depends on how camp is set up and what defenses we have.
There is a small.
Defense tactics
There
would be
is,
to hit them with range.
hold on,
there
who's
is a
captain?
small. I don't think there is really a captain right now. We're all new people, so. But the best thing we can
Yeah, but
do
I'm saying like
is that.
exclusive is already over. Like, who's like gonna like more so choose what we're doing? I guess.
I
Technically.
will relinquish that to anybody.
Yeah, I'm fine doing it. But we do have a cave to defend. Not a very big cave, but we do have a cave.
We could block off the entrance to the cave and kind of like hide in there.
No,
Well, not really hide,
we're
but
just no. That's not the best one. What we should do is that we should protect the entrance of the cave.
yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Yeah, but not inside it because it's not very big. If it is on the map itself, there is a small map.
Okay, so we're near a cave, right?
You need to
Since
invite.
we're near the cave. Me?
You need to invite. You said. Never mind.
Okay. Wait. So what's this? Is this camp like in the middle of like an open valley with like
We're in a we're in the woods, but we have been here for a little bit, so maybe I don't know how clear it is going to be, but it might be clear. But what we should do is basically set the defense in front of our cave. We can't be in the cave because that'd be really inefficient.
Yeah, you got a point.
So we have. Look at what we have for. We have 4 fighters at this. No, wait.
One
5
magic user
fighters.
who has sleep. Keyword who has sleep.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should gather. Hold up.
We have.
Wait, since
2
I have sleep,
magic
we
users.
should gather them up, kind of like. Since I have sleep, we should kind of like gather them up. Since they
They're
they all need to be
attacking
in their
us.
peripheral view.
They are attacking us, so of course they're going to be in our view.
Sure, so I can. Alright, I'm gonna try and cast sleep. So let me get to the front at least, or like have somebody close to me, but I'm still at like majority the front. So I have a clear view of them.
Yeah, second rank.
I'm second rank.
Second rank. Yeah, you'll be second rank because we can just move. We can crouch for you to have a view.
Oh yeah.
So of course we'll have our. We have two NPC fighters.
Oh, it's not that bad. 2 NPCs.
And 3 player characters. We have a cleric NPC that is under my house, and the halfling NPC, which is under my house. And I have my dwarf Calgar. Check something.
He's
Calgar.
going 4 speed. She alone.
Alright. Hey, Dungeon Master.
What's up?
You need to remove Calgar from the text. He died.
Oh, is there?
Not there.
Okay.
Calgar. Calgar the dwarf. Yeah, it's not there.
Poor Calgar.
Instead,
Died.
yeah, he died. Yeah.
How'd he die?
How he died by cannibals.
Oh. Dude, those damn wolves always get us, bro. Like, god damn, bro. Oh my god.
Well, we killed the wolves. Don't worry. But cannibals, people who eat other people.
Oh, I thought you said wolves, bro. I was like, god, bro.
Nah. So how we do? We have fighters in the front.
Wolves, cannibals, I mean, they're the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
No.
For one thing. So we have our frontliners in the front, of course, while we have all of our range guys in the back. So we will have. Let me check what my thief has. My thief has. Turbo. Cleric has a short bow, and my halfling has a short bow.
As my only weapon's a damn rock, and well, my only weapon's a sling,
That's pretty good.
which isn't bad. But I'm saying, like, if I'm getting swarmed, I'm just wait.
Yeah.
Unless they're
So
all in front of me and sleep.
Yeah. So we should form a half circle essentially in front of our
Yeah.
cave.
Alright, so if you're looking at the map now, I have a sketch on how this layout is going to be for your camp. And what's important to us is this is the entrance, or this center hill is our hill that we need to defend. This will represent base camp. The black circle here represents the entrance into the Wolfden, which you must defend. That is where most of your crew is housed. Other than that, there are some people that are settled just outside of the base, along the creek that flows through the valleys of the hills. Okay, so on our side, we have just outside of the camp visitors that include the merchants. If they're not safe, if this area is not secure, and the merchants they're inside the base, but they're some of their vehicles are outside. Right, that's the thing. They can't go into the cave. So naturally, this is kind of the strong point, right? The stronghold. If you didn't have a stronghold or a base of some sort, then no one would visit your settlement, right? Because there would be nowhere safe to stay. So this is the main thing you need to protect. But just outside of here are some other things you need to protect, like the merchants' caravans. If you don't protect that, they can't really, or they won't really want to come back here and trade with you.
Yeah.
Also, along the creek
Well,
are
the
some
merchants
settlers
have-
that came to live here too. On our side of the river or creek, so. Alright, so I'll just represent them. You have a question?
Yeah. Do the caravans have caravan guards?
Yep, they do. So they will be in charge of protecting the merchants' caravan as a last resort.
Okay.
But we have some settlers.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about it.
The other side. Okay.
Guys, okay, we need to really kind of think about this. Like, if we rescue everybody, then just
Hey,
think of like.
let the judge adventure finish explaining everything.
Oh, sorry.
So these here are where
worry
they
about
are settled. Oh, you're good. So if you can't protect these settlers, their jobs out here is to help you sustain yourself, right? Some of them collect lumber, some of them collect food, and some of them collect water, right? And other things, right? So these are high priority as well. If you can't protect the settlers, or at least their homes, then they might not stay here, right? So you have to defend your land today. Naturally, everyone will take refuge in the base during times of attack, but the only defensive structures we have are these hills, right, where we post our troops. And then I suppose at default, some things have been built by some of your troops, like moats and such. So we'll have that. So you guys will have at least the bare minimum, some trenches dug up. So we have like a moat here, we'll say. And we'll have a moat up here. A moat here. And then on the hills, so we have a few defensive structures up there too, like trenches. or holes in which you can watch out for enemies from. So you might have one up here. You might have one, yeah, a few on each hill, basically. Alright, so. Oops. Alright. And I think that'll be all the defensive structures you've got. So if you've just got holes that you're able to dig up for free, basically. You've got moats, and then you've also got, I suppose, above them, or on our side of the moats at least, we'd have the high ground at the very least. So I'll represent that with a black line as well.
I got 22 minutes. Because by the time not.
Okay. And then at every hill on the very top might be a camp for the troops that defend that particular hill. That's like their base, where they would seek refuge and store their equipment. So naturally, that's your settlement currently. It's not much to it. And for those who are there, we'll have your party. Which I'll move over there too. Let's see if I can move this map. Let's put it up here. That's good. Okay, so we'll place all your characters on the map. Alright. So your particular party at the time during the attack, you guys were preparing for an expedition tomorrow, but naturally we're under attack tonight. And as men of the camp, you would be on guard shifts, right? So there's a total of 4 shifts during the night, typically. And some people stay and watch the entire night, the whole shift. Naturally, those who are in the reserves. But then, since you guys are in the active party, I would say you all had to stay in a bare minimum of 2 hours that night. So since there's 4 or 5 of you, 1 of you were on shift during this attack. So I'm gonna roll randomly to see who was on shift. And that person will be soonest to act, or quickest to act. So it was number 5. So GARBES was on shift during the attack, while everyone else was resting. And I'll let you guys pick where you guys were sleeping. You can sleep basically inside the hill at one of the camps, the hill camps. You won't be at an outpost, naturally. You can't sleep at the outpost. So, starting with TENY of House Ethan, did you want to be sleeping inside the stronghold? Did you want to sleep inside one of the hill camps? Or did you want to sleep in the settlements? Or where would you want to have been sleeping?
In one of the hill camps. So let's say this one right here.
Okay, sure. So Ethan was up here at the hill camp, or TENY. And then ESETH of House Ross, where were you during the attack? Where were you sleeping?
I'd have been in this one somewhere.
Do you want to be inside the stronghold or on the hill?
On the hill.
Alright, so you were at the hill camp, the south one. And then seasons for Rose, where would you have been during this attack? Sleeping, of course.
South.
The south camp? Okay, so you were with ESETH. And then Frederick of House Alpha, where were you during the attack?
Frederick,
Frederick, are you with us?
you're muted if you don't know. Oh.
Oh, he's trying to fix his mic.
Copper has the light on me. I'd be in the camp, in the hill camp.
The north, west, or south?
Let's do north.
Right. And then Saza, you were on shift. So during your shift, you could either pick the south, or the east, or the north trench. Other options would be at one of the outposts. Every outpost could have 1 or 2 people there. So there's all those circles you see are different outposts you could be at. And if something else, you could have been on patrol. You could have been walking around. You could have been fooling around too on your shift.
Give me one second.
Huh? Garbes?
Did say 1 second.
Oh, okay. That was
Dude.
him.
Sorry. Sorry. What was your question for me?
Where were you during the attack?
I was up guarding the north. Tent.
Okay, so you were at
Oh,
the north, one of the north outposts?
Yeah.
Okay. I do advise, when it's not your turn, you have plenty of time to think about what you want to do, so that when it is your turn, you know what you want to do. That's for anyone, really.
Yeah. Sorry. I was about to go onto the map, and then my phone locked
Sure.
for some reason.
Alright, so Guards was at this north outpost then, on the North Hill, during the time of the attack. And then, of course, for the rest of our group, we'll spread out our forces. So, you can assume half. How they would do it is they would have 3 different shifts: day, evening, and night shift, and every shift would stand 8 hours. So at the time, there was only 2 of these guys actually on shift, which I'll generate randomly. So out of these 6 on shift that night was Laughttrap the Halfling and Wombat the Veteran of House Gargo. And their main goal and priority is to defend the camp, if safe enough to do so, but their main priority, of course, is to survive. So if they have to flee or surrender, they will, right? Under no circumstances is this character trying to die, because they are NPCs right now, right? And they want to be able to have their players come back and play as them again. So you cannot rely on NPC defenders, right? Especially when there are so few. So at the time, they would, of course, guard the most central areas, the easiest to defend point, right? Because all these points out here are hard to defend because they're so spread out. So they would have been at the very entrance of the cave, right? So that would have been Wombat, would have been one of them, and Laughttrap, right? They would be like the very entrance defending during this attack, while everyone else was kind of just spread out, right? Scouting out any other positions the enemies could approach from. But the most important area would be the actual den. So these 2 were on guard here, at this outpost up here, watching over the rest of the settlement. So naturally the enemy have first attack, or first round, all to themselves, and I'm going to roll to see which direction they'll begin their assault on your base, right? So we made 2 assaults on their base, and now this is their assault on our base. So right, they are attacking from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so This information is not known to any of our crew members because no one was on shift over there in particular. So how the story or how the scene starts is, and of course the settlers would also stand shifts, right? I would say that there's a total of, for normal settlers, right? We have 20 settlers here. Yep. And then for guards, we have 2 caravan guards. We have 1 merchant, which is inside the cave. Or with his guards, maybe. At his tent.
These settlers, that's a lot of settlers. Holy shit.
Alright. So a trader and his 2 guards. And then of course settlers, we had 20 of them spread out throughout the camp. And they would also stand shifts, right? Naturally. Everyone has to do their part. So I would say at this time, 25% of them were actually on shift. So 4 settlers were on shift, right? And all they're supposed to do is raise the alarm if there's any signs of an enemy attack. There are settlers, they would have maybe 1 person at each trench or each post, because trenches are not very safe, but the posts are safe. So we'd have 1 to the north, 1 to the west, 1 to the east, and 1 to the south, right? And the enemy have the surprise. They had first move, and they began making their approach at some point. I'm gonna see if the settler ever raised the alarm. So we were surprised. So settler didn't know they were coming until they made movement. They started their movement at 60 feet from our southwestern encounter, right? So the closest to encounter it was our guard over here to the southwest. The enemy are 60, or was it 20? Yeah, 60 feet from him before he could take any actions. So every grid is roughly 30 feet. So they started at, let's see, they started around here when he started to notice them. So cannibals, right? And then of course, we'll have to see how many there are. Alright, they'll begin their assault. Okay, I'll put a hill here too, so you have an idea what's over here. Alright, so yeah, they began from roughly 60, and they made approach through the forest, so he wouldn't have been able to see him until they were basically at our doorstep. So he was watching south, if he was even awake. We're gonna roll to do a discipline check to see if our guard was awake at the time. Alright, he was awake, fortunately. He had enough discipline in his body to stay awake. And we'll say that he was on shift, he was awake, and he started to notice, possibly notice, at least hear something. He doesn't see him, because naturally there's cover and concealment, but he would have heard something out there at 60 feet, and he wouldn't be able to act yet. They would be acting first. And that's when they began to charge, right? Charge and just overrun the post. So they would begin running up to, I don't know if they would see him either, actually, because he's got cover and concealment from his spot on the hill. So I'll roll to see if they actually even see him either. Actually, he's hiding. We'll do a. Yeah, they have no visuals on him, actually, either. But they will encounter his position at the very least from this distance. They're not surprised. So we're surprised. They're not surprised. So they see the outpost at the very least, and they decided to attack it. I would say. Yeah, they pushed 60. They did a charge through the forest. Their movement, if they do a sprint, they are considered unencumbered. So it's 120 feet in 10 seconds if they want, or 40 feet in 10 seconds in action. So they did 120 feet. They sprinted through the woods, which slowed their movement to some extent. They would have to run through water, right, a creek, and they would have to, of course, begin ascending the hillside. So they're not going to cross the moat naturally because there's water, and they would have to climb down and climb back up. So they decided to climb up the hillside. And at the very least, they're able to move up the hillside and engage with and crash into our outposts up here. They would spread their forces out, maybe like they would do like 4. Yeah, they would spread their forces out. So they don't need all 9 rushing one post. So they would have like 5 guys approaching the post, and then 4 guys continuing into the camp. So let's see, from here to here, their movement slowed, right? I would say by 50%, because to account for the shrubbery, to account for the creek, and to account for climbing the hill. So it's 60 feet. So they at least get to close on the outpost, and then also move past the outpost a little bit. So these 4 are moving past it because they're not going to engage, while these 5 are going to overrun the one single settler here. Alright, so that is round 1 complete. Thank you for listening if you're still with us on this situation. We're just calculating how this attack's going to be. Ethan's the first one to possibly react. So Ethan was sleeping at the time, or TENY was, okay? So TENY, I would say during round 2, there's a chance for you to wake up and hear the fighting if they're making noise, which they will be making noise, right? So we'll roll for that in a moment, but everyone else, stand by. There's nothing you can do at the moment except our one guard who is actually awake and present. He's the only one who can possibly do something if he's actually in the right area. He chose to be on the far side over here, and he didn't know what would happen, right? So GARBES is just a normal shift for you. So in your situation, before this round starts, nothing is going on, right? You're just trying to stay awake and looking northward, right? Observing for any signs of an attack or anything like that. So still, everyone else is on standby. The only one that might be able to engage in this encounter so far is TENY, right? So everyone else is unaware of the situation, technically. So naturally, this one settler here on his turn for round 2, which is in which he can act, he will raise the alarm, right? He will basically tent or anything, but it's a camp, a base camp, and you had a fire going.
Yeah.
Or you had no fire going, but there was a fireplace or a fire pit to start a fire if you needed to. So you're at a camp. The one requirement for a camp is a fire, right? You didn't start it yet. But
yeah,
you hear
so
movement.
essentially, what to do? Yeah. So grab my spear and just be ready, like,
Hold. Yeah, stand
and be
by.
quiet.
So not raise the alarm and not make yourself known, right? Just let them press into the camp.
Well, I can't.
There's nothing much you can
Can't
do.
really lay alarm. I don't have it.
Yeah. Alright, so you decide as you woke up to grab your spear and stand by, right? As the one settler tried to raise the alarm, he beat against metal for like a second or two. And the rest of the camp might hear that, right? What the rest of the camp heard was like a metal clanging sound to the west, right? Which is definitely a sign of maybe an attack. So those who are already awake might be able to react, and those who are sleeping might be able to wake up. So this is round 2 right now. For round 2, these 5 cannibals killed a settler. These 4 cannibals continued into the camp down the hillside and began to raid, right? So they would rush down the hillside and into of course the settlers' camp, which consists of a bunch of a bunch of like fire pits, a bunch of makeshift shelters, and then of course the settlers themselves and all their belongings, right? So cannibals are rushing down the hill. These 4 at least. They start on one side. Actually, as they made their way down the hill, only 2 went down while 2 continued northeast, right? Because they're gonna spread their forces out. So let's see, duplicate this. So 2 continued, and again their sprint movement or sprint speed is roughly 120 in 10 seconds, but the forest and the hills will slow their movement by 50% roughly, so 60 feet more likely. So these guys are able to get all the way down here, while these guys are able to actually I'll say run to the camp, run down the hillside, and make their way into the camp and begin killing their first victims. So these first 2 would reach the camp, and they would begin beating their weapons into any male figures, any threatening figures in this first camp. Actually, of a population of normal settlers, 50% are male, and only about 33% are fighting capable, while 33 are maybe children and 33% are elderly or not capable of fighting. So they're going to go for the few men here, right? And there's 3 different settler camps. So technically there's about maybe 6 settlers in each camp and 1 actual man that can fight in each camp. So these 2 are going to go for the few men at this single camp, right? So this camp will be defenseless pretty quickly. This settler here was a random settler. It could have been a child, could have been a woman, an elderly, but we know that this settler is dead for sure, right? So on average, every one of these little camps have 1 or 2 men only that can actually fight, while the others are completely helpless. And every camp has about, given that there was about 17 settlers not on shift, right? Let's see. Because there was 20 of them, and I said 25% of them were on shift. So 5 of them were actually on 5 of the settlers were on shift at that. Or actually no, they start with 20, but 33% of them were not capable of actually standing shift because they're infant or children, kind of. They're not really capable or too elderly. So out of that, only about 12 of them were actually able to stand shift, and only of those 12, 25% of them were on shift. So about 2 or 3 settlers were on shift. We'll say 1 settler for every trench area, right? So there was a settler there, there's a settler watching this trench, and a settler watching this trench down here. So yeah, 3 settlers on shift. It could have been male or female, elderly, older child, or adult, of course. Alright, so the settlement's under attack. It's a really bad situation already. That is the completion of round 2. Alright, so now for round 3, the next people who can take action are, starting with TENY, you could possibly take action for round 3. So for round 3, you heard some cannibals continue past your little camp. You heard other cannibals finish off a settler last round. For this third round of combat, do you want to remain in your little camp or something else?
And I start following the two cannibals that move past my camp.
Sure. Yeah, you'll climb out and make your way east.
Yeah. Yeah.
For round
Try
3.
to get them from behind.
Sounds good. So as TENY sets out during round 3 to pursue some cannibals, we're also going to see if Wombat or Laugh did anything. So they heard a clanking noise to the west. Just a single clanking noise, and they're going to react to it as a group. What they're going to do is, first we're going to do a morale check for both of them to see if either one is asleep, right? So, actually we'll do a group morale check for these two. And the morale check will basically just be a 7 or higher. I mean, 7 passes, 7 or lower is pass, right? Alright. Which is the average morale check. Alright, so they failed. So both of them were on sleep during their shift. Terrible guards, right? You know, it's been a few, or maybe a week since this settlement was founded, and this is the first attack, right? It's never been attacked before until tonight. So they thought they let their guard down, and they were sleeping during their shift as a group. GARBES, of course, you were an active player, so you can possibly take action. During round 2, you heard a strange clinking noise in the far southwest distance, a very distant and faint metal clink. Did you want to react to this in any way? Now, your job is to, of course, raise the alarm if there are any concerns to the north, right? So if you abandon your post, someone could attack from the north. You never know, right? So do you want to stand on your shift? Do you want to raise your own alarm? Or do you want to do something else? You can also, you know, your job, bear in mind, is to raise the alarm so other people can also take action, right? And if you're not paying attention, that's awesome too, because then, you know, it just plays into your role.
Yeah,
So
saw that. Sawyer, you there?
Awesome. Yeah, so just like these guys, we have a terrible guard shift, right? So he was asleep on his shift too, apparently. And then, of course, there's extremely low chance of you waking up from this. But Frederick, you're on this north side. That metal clanking might wake you up. I would say there's a 1 in 6 chance you might wake up from this. But if you have a high wisdom score, you might have a better chance of waking up. So let's see. Your wisdom is 13. I'll say you have a 2 in 6 chance to wake up. So roll a d6, and a 1 or 2 means you wake up. And if you're not paying attention, you are also dead asleep.
Alpha.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Amazing. Alright, as predicted. So then the last chance is Ross and Seasons, okay? So you guys were on the south side, you heard something possibly to the west, you were dead asleep at the time. There's a 1 in 6 chance for each of you to wake up. If you have a high wisdom score, you might wake up. You might have a better chance, or if you're a thief. So ESETH, you have a good wisdom, you have 2 in 6. Rose, you have a good wisdom as well. Both of you have a 2 in 6 chance to wake up, and then you can take action. So roll 1d6.
1d6.
Yep. So Elizabeth, unfortunately, just due to bad luck, you're still asleep. Same thing with you, Ross. Right. So ESETH is still asleep at the time. Right. They started to hear something, but they haven't woken up yet. So.
What about the other NPCs?
And for the other NPCs, they're inside the cave, so they had 0 chance to wake up. The guards and the traders. The guards, of course, they'll take turns, right? So one guard, very tiresome guard. We're gonna do. He's on shift, and we're gonna do a chance. The guy who's on shift, we're gonna do a morale check to see if he was staying on guard. His morale is based on his trader's morale. So, all right, he was still awake, and he can react. So he hears a metal clanking in the distance to the west, right? And he also hears maybe like something shifting through the woods on the hillside to the southwest, right? Right. He hears that movement down the hillside. Hears the subtle kind of beating sound, right? Some grunts, some weird sound to the west a moment ago, right? So they start hearing something, maybe. At least that single guard does. And he's going to do as he's told, right? To raise the alarm. So he raises the alarm. He's like, he grabs onto the trader and his fellow guard. He's like, wake up, we're under attack, right? In his move, as he says that, he will take his weapon and slam it against some metal, right, and start clanking or beating on the metal, and like, try to raise the alarm, right? Try to wake everyone up. And as he does that, next round everyone else will like have a very high chance. Not he hasn't done it yet, right? He's doing it throughout this round. So next round everyone has a very high chance to wake up and take action, right? So thankfully we had that singular guard there. All right.
Yeah.
So we had one settler on this shift over here who was in charge of watching this trench and watching over this hill, right? The North Hill settler on shift. So single settler up here on shift. So settlers. Already 2 settlers have been killed. So there should be 18 here, and then minus 3 for the 3 on shift at the time, so it's 15. And we're just gonna do this now, but let's see. Of these settlers, some of them are infants or helpless, so I guess we'll denote it by. We'll just keep them all in the same group. Actually, no, we should separate them. So it began with 20 normal humans population, and of those 20 humans, 33% of them were incapable of action. So whether because they're too elderly or too young, right, or whatever reasons, but 33% of 20 is roughly 6. So we'll just subtract 6 right now. So settlers, and we'll mark this down as non-combative. Okay, so non-combative. There were 6 of them, non-combative settlers. So 7 now, or sorry, 9. Alright, the rest are dead asleep or whatever. And of course, those 9, all the other ones can stand shift, right? That's what's important to us. So these 9 are possibly combative. They can actually defend the camp. While these other 6 are too old or too young. And 2 were killed, so I already accounted for that. So I'll mark this over here. So another, yeah. So dead settlers, tank 2. Dead settler up here too. Alright, so the situation just continues to get worse and worse, but slightly better. Alright, we also had a settler over here on the south hill. Okay.
I bet if we didn't,
Alright,
half the crew wasn't sleeping, it would be a lot better.
so throughout round 3, the only one that actually, on our side at least of the story, the only one that actually took action was TENY. These 2 tried, but they couldn't wake up, and these 2 were just blatantly dead asleep. So TENY, you start running after this guy to the east, these 2, who throughout round 3 climbed down the hillside into the camp to where some settlers were sleeping, and they started beating them dead, right? So maybe like they went for the ones that can actually. I'm gonna divide these out actually, so because they were spread out throughout the camp. So 2 have died here. We'll say that there's 2 non-combative settlers at every smaller camp, and then there was a total of, originally there was 11 to be spread out. So we'll do about 4 each. Yeah, that sounds right. So 4 settlers here, 4 settlers here, 2 non-combative, and 2 already died here. There's 9, so it's 2. So there's 1 left. So there's only 3 settlers left alive at this particular camp. So these 2 cannibals along with these 2. Actually, these 2 here that climbed down the hill, they see that there's 2 other camps to approach. So they'll begin making their way to this camp here. Again, they can move up to 40 feet and still take an action. So they'll rush across this valley over the creek and into this camp and start beating 2 of these settlers to death. While these 2 here, they will finish. One of them will finish off the single settler here, while the other one will kill a non-combative settler, so one of the kids, right, or elderly. So, and then these 5 here came rushing down as well. Actually, yeah, they came rushing down and crossing over to the other side. They did a sprint, so they sprinted and charged, and they'll just like throw their weight onto the settlers on this side, so that next round they can take action. So 5 of them against 6 of them, right? They all like grab on and hold down. Each of them will grab on and hold down a settler, right? They would go for the capable ones first, like the women and the men, and the older children and capable elders, right? So TENY, of course, you chased these 2 down, and by the time you got down the hill to look for them, you saw them rushing across the valley and across the creek into the next camp. If you pursue them any further, though, you might get noticed by the ones to the south. So when you got down this hillside, did you want to sprint across the valley? The valley is forested, or no, this valley is cleared out because this is the camp. So within the camp, all the trees are cleared out, actually. So when you get down this hill,
Yeah.
right, it's an open stretch of ground that these cannibals raced across. Did you want to pursue them? You would become noticed, right, and you would actually be able to possibly intercept them then, right, or at least distract them so they won't close the distance and kill some settlers during this round, right?
Yeah, that's what I will do.
So you
We'll
would
try to
confront them basically.
Accept them. Also, they might. Also, the cannibals might not notice much because they know their people are
Yeah.
moving up, so they might not pay attention too much to it.
True. You might be unheard on your way down. So you ran down here, out into the open. I mean, you could become heard. If you become heard, you would intercept their action then, right? So did you want to make yourself known, like, hey, over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got down, you shouted at them. We'll see the reaction to you. All right, they react uncertain of you, so, or indifferent to that. So they like halt, they hear you, and they're not sure how to react. So they see you, hear you, so you slow them down for a moment. They know what they want to do, and now they are confronted by another encounter behind them. So they think about what to do with you. Next round they'll figure it out, but they haven't decided yet. Right? So you at least slow their approach, and that bought some time for the others to possibly take action. Right. So now things are kind of underway. See, during 30 seconds over here, they killed.
Have I had a turn yet? I don't know if you reached my turn or not.
You had a turn.
Oh, I didn't hear the DM. I was muted. I had my volume lowered because I was listening to everybody else do their thing.
All right, so over here, 2, 3 dead settlers now, and then dead, non-combative, 1. So this particular group is being slaughtered. All right, we're getting the results still for round 3. So we chose the actions. We're going through everyone's actions now, that are taking actions during this part of the story. These 5, of course, throughout round 3 were only able to get onto their targets, and that's about it. For this guy, for round 3, he was raising the alarm, grabbed his weapon, and prepares to defend the cargo with the trader. His fellow guard will ready up as well, and they're not going to do much but hold their ground and defend their cargo. So they're not here to save the other settlers. That's our job as the rulers and protectors of this land. We'll see. Okay, so this settler possibly heard something. We'll roll. First, we'll do morale check. This one fell asleep. This one fell asleep on their shift too. So all these settlers just suck, along with some of the actual guards. Like half the guards were asleep. All right.
The only competent one was over here.
And he died immediately. All right. So round 4, you guys will all be able to take declare your actions again, and then after you declare it, we'll start resolving it and then get the results, of course. So the situation dictates that in round 4, TENY, you are down here. You confronted 2 cannibals who are thinking about what to do with you. They have a plan, but they also have a threat now. You're in the open, ready to fight them. So are you gonna charge them or something else? You want to discuss with them?
I am going to charge them with my spear.
Okay. They are equipped with stone weapons. So you rush them this round. That's your plan. And then next person who can in our group who can take action is Garbes, if he's aware of us or if he's here. Garbes, are you with us? It's your second chance to wake up, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is why I thought he did this last time we played together, so that's why I wasn't sure if he should play with us.
I mean,
Alright, Garbes
my
sold
mom
again.
was fucking up, right?
Alright, and then Frederick, you have a chance to wake up on your turn. So you're not awake yet. Last
Okay,
turn
yeah.
you automatically stayed asleep since you were not present for your last turn.
Yep.
But for this turn you have a chance to wake up again. And given the amount of noise that's been made, you have a high chance to wake up now. Okay, so the alarm was not fully raised.
Fair enough.
It's been fully raised now by a guard down here actually. So there's a super low chance that you stay asleep. It's a 1 in 6 chance you stay asleep.
I was muted. Oh my gosh. I was literally talking to you and I was muted.
Sure, right.
Oh.
So next turn you can take action. Alright.
Okay.
Frederick, for this turn, you have a 1 in 6 chance to stay asleep. However, if you have a wisdom penalty, that will increase your chances to stay asleep. So if you have a bad wisdom score, you can stay asleep longer. Which you have a good one. So, yeah, 1 in 6 chance, roll a d6, and if you roll a 1, you stay asleep.
Okay, let me see. Where's D6. I rolled a 2.
Alright, so you woke up. So as soon as you woke up this round, what actions would you have taken? Right, you heard the sound of an alarm. The alarm was metal clanking and a guard shouting.
I would have grabbed my shield and spear, and I would head out of the tent area and look down into the little valley to the south below us.
Right, that's where you heard the noises. So you'll climb out of your camp and you'll start observing for any enemies. You currently see none. You grabbed your weapons and you're observing for any enemies in the valley south of you, where you heard the noise. All right, so that's what you plan to do during round 4. For ESETH and Rose, likewise, you will roll a d6 to see if you woke up this round. So both of you go ahead and roll a d6. 1 in 6 chance to stay asleep. Alright, you're good. And then ESETH as well. When ready.
Ross.
Nice. Okay, so he got a 3. Good. Alright, so Rose, what action do you want to take? As soon as you wake up and hear the sound of an alarm north of you, right? What do you do?
I immediately grab my shield and sword, and
Okay.
I rush out.
Sounds good.
And I also wait. Can I try to wake up these other two that are just sleeping?
Oh yeah, you want to run to their outpost first and start waking them up, get reinforcements?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so as you wake up, naturally you would have hoped that these guys would have been awake and they should have been waking you up, if anything. But I guess, so to explain the meta, because technically, ESETH, you don't know that these two are asleep, but you just had a feeling that they were going to be asleep, I would say, right? And you just wanted to double check to see if they were taking action or not. So to explain the situation, you're headed to their outpost to just make sure that they are, or maybe to get information on what's going on, right? So for whatever reason, you are going to their outpost, not particularly to wake them up, because and the idea is that you wouldn't have known that, and they should have already been awoken, right? So you're just gonna kind of
Are they
like see
awake
what's.
now?
We'll find out in a moment. So ESETH is making her way over there to the outpost north of her, and then that was Rose, right? Rose is doing that, and then ESETH, the cleric. When you woke up, what action were you taking? You see Rose is running north.
Let's see. As a cleric, I imagine I would be mindful of like the settlers and stuff. So I will search/run to the closest settler and tell them to get somewhere safe.
Okay, so you remember when you wake up that the closest camp was northwest of you. So as soon as you wake up, you want to start running toward that, climb out of your camp and run toward the northwestern settlement. that right?
Let's see. So I'm on a hill, correct?
Indeed.
Can I see anything from the top of this hill, like once I get to that side of it?
Yes, once you're on the northwest side, you can
Or-
look over the valley. But you're in a forested hill, so there's trees on it, especially toward the base. But the trees in the valley have been
Okay.
cleared out in order to build the settlement.
Then yes, I'll run into that settlement.
Alright, so you're climbing out and you're making movement northwest toward the settlement down there in the valley. Alright, so we
Well,
know.
okay. I know I said that, but I don't imagine I'd run off without Rose.
She's doing her own thing. Looks like she's going north. So you notice that she's running toward the north outpost. Would you rather go with her, realizing that, or would you rather continue with your own goal or your own plan? So she's separating from you. She's headed north.
Okay, I'll at the very least call out to her that I'm going to the settlement camp. And
Right, let
yes,
her
I
know.
will go into the settlement camp.
Sounds good. So you guys communicate, share your plans. You know, Rose, she doesn't say much. It sounds like she just runs north, but you at least let her know, hey, I'm headed to the settlement, right? Or one of the camps.
Correct.
And now she's aware of your plan and might be able to act on it in the future. Alright, so you all player characters have declared their actions. Now it's time for the NPCs to declare theirs. So for the NPCs, just to make sure they all have a chance, those who are in our story. The settler here probably wakes up at this point. Just kind of rule. The settlers will probably wake up at this point. The guards are just going to continue to guard their camp. All the settlers at this point, the majority, maybe 1 out of 6 might still be asleep, but the majority of them are waking up now, right? Maybe a kid, a non-combative, doesn't wake up, right? But for the most part, all settlers are definitely awake and taking action, right? So now that all actions were declared, we can now resolve the actions. So to resolve the actions, we're going to start side by side just to keep this nice and clean. So for the Western group, what happens here is these 2 cannibals that just finished killing 3 settlers and 1 child, right? One of them goes to the last non-combative and begins to tie it down, right? It wakes up, it's crying in fear, and it starts to tie the non-combative up, while the other one moves on to help out another area, right? So this one's taken a captive, and the other one is making his way. This one here notices TENY and rushes him from the south, so he'll be 3v1 soon. And then of course on this side of the story, these 5 cannibals had already closed in and held down 5 different settlers. They beat their weapons into the 4 here, so these 4 become dead settlers, and one of the non-combatants becomes dead as well, or not dead actually. This one just becomes it holds it down because this one can't help itself. It's 50% chance elderly, 50% chance too young, and it just starts to tie it up. So there's 2 non-combatives, but one is being restrained, and the other one wakes up, of course, in fear, and can either run or surrender at this point. But he's surrounded by all these different cannibals, or it is surrounded. So yeah, the situation for this group is terrible, right? They're just overrun immediately. All adults or capable people are immediately killed, or either killed or wounded, I would say. So dead settlers, I won't really mark dead. They're using like stone weapons, they're beating their heads in. They're definitely out of the fight, so some of them might be like wounded or unconscious. So we'll do out of action, right? So 4 out of action settlers here, because some of these guys probably want to keep them fresh and alive. They're only going to kill if they have no choice, but yeah, they're actually just beating their heads in with blunt weapons so that they can maybe take some captive. There's a chance that they can save some. So for the most part, these cannibals, to keep their meat fresh, is that, you know, they will keep you alive to keep the meat fresh. It's the easiest way. So yeah, these are all out of action. They're not actually dead, I would say. They're close to death, though, possibly. Alright. Non-combative here. So out of these two, one is captured. So I'll mark that with a just write captured. Captured non-combative 1. Normal non-combative 1. Alright. Actually, we'll do. What's it called? When someone restrains. I guess restrained, right? Or captured. It's called. Yeah, we'll just do like RST, restraint. No. Roped. I mean, there's a rope on it, so just do captured, yeah. CAP to stand for captured. Alright. And then, so the South group is almost fully resolved. Someone does interact with this particular story. Ross, ESETH, you are moving westward. There's two types of movements you can make. There's a sprint and there's a run, of course. Sprint is you just fully move and you can't take any other real actions really. So you can still kind of like crash into an enemy, throw your weight at one, but like it's just like a dead sprint, right? You're just throwing your body forward as fast as you can. The other one is you will run. It's like jog or and you can still take a full action, right? So you'll make it. Either you can move. I think you're a medium footman, or light footman. So you'll do 30 feet or 90 feet basically, and every grid is 30 feet. So you start here, and you'll be able to get up to here and still take an action. But if you want to like close the distance on someone, you can do that, but you won't be able to take any other real actions. That make sense? So if you want to crash into a cannibal to like tackle it down and stop it from doing something, you can still do that. But if you want to take an action still, like any other action aside from crash into them, then you only can move 30 feet, and then you can take an action. Make sense? So what would you prefer? Like you ran up there, you were trying to observe first, right? The scene?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you ran 30 feet, right? And you observed the situation from the hillside. So as you ran, you're observing, you slow down, you see what's going on down there, right? That settlers are being beaten, tied, maybe killed by all these naked men, right? Cannibals. They're like tatted up.
And it looks pretty gruesome down there, huh?
Yeah, it looks horrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not going in there by myself.
Right, just observe, stay hidden for now. Pray for these poor souls. Let's see.
Yeah, yes indeed.
Alright.
Oh man, I need to find a bow.
Yeah, that would be really helpful here. Let's see. So as that's happening down there in the settlement, South group is actions done, resolved. This group's resolved. Now we're gonna resolve this group up here. So, TENY, you charge 2 cannibals bravely with your spear. These cannibals look to you and charge right back at you, while one charged in from the south. These 2 who charged at you wanted to get past your spear, but you have initiative here with your spear being way longer, right? So, do you want to do 2?
Yep.
Well, you can't really attack them both at the same time because it's a thrust weapon, and they're not running single file. So, do you want to do 1 strong attack or 2 quick attacks?
I'm doing 1.
1 strong attack. Okay, so roll 1d20.
Yeah. And I am charging, which is a +4 to hit, correct? I read that in the.
I mean, that's
qualities.
Mostly for horseback charging. That's actually for horseback. So.
Here, maybe specified that in there because it just says charging +4. Okay.
Yeah, that's a standard rule. Like that's just there. It's a standard rule. Let's see.
Yeah, because I remember in the past you allowed spear charges to have a +4, then you changed it to horseback. Now it just doesn't specify. So.
Let's see. Combat attack actions. You're reading this from combat attack actions? qualities.
Yeah, qualities. It says charge +4 to hit.
Yeah, that's always usually on horseback. The charge bonus is only when you're on horseback.
Alright. Well, that's fine.
Let's see. I suppose maybe I'll change it at some point, but that's already like an actual rule, like a real rule. The charge is a term that's a real rule, and it's only on horseback. Let's see.
So it's an actual rule in the book that's on horseback.
Yes. That gives you double damage.
Um,
Let's see.
Okay,
You're reading this
double
from
damage.
qualities, right? From the weapon qualities.
Yeah, qualities.
It says charge +4 to hit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll grant it to you. Maybe I'll specify in the future that you'll just get double bonus if you're on horseback too, so you'll get +4/+4. So
Yeah.
increases your chance to hit maybe, but for this one time, technically, I guess you're charging on foot. It should increase your chance to hit. All right. Yeah, penetrative charge. So yeah, I'll grant it to you +4. It's not an actual roll, but I'll give you this one-time favor.
What? Yeah, thank you. Unfortunately, my Albert kind of frozen, but the dice tray still works, so hopefully that works.
All right. Either way,
I
you still
hit.
hit.
Oh.
So didn't matter if you. Yeah. All right. You still hit, and you'll probably still kill. Your damage to the spear during the charge.
Are
is,
they going to?
It's 1d6, but because they're trying to
they
get
gonna-
past your spear, they're gonna ignore the interception, at least the one that's on you. So it's gonna take 2d6. Actually, he could decide
And
after.
I'm gonna double damage.
So first roll 1d6, and if he doesn't die, he will decide to either continue, and if he does continue, you'll get to deal the extra d6. But if he doesn't, he'll
I'm
be
doing-
intercepted. So start with 1d6.
Yeah.
And if he's
Well,
willing
I'm a
enough,
fighter. I'm gonna do 2d6.
oh yeah, you did double damage because you chose
Yeah.
strong attack. Sounds good.
Yeah, and I'm two-handing it too, so that each one gets a +1 to
That's
damage.
true. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, he's more than likely dead because he only has 1 to 8 hit points. So you speared him. He had the wrong weapon for this. He just charged right through your spear and died against it. Right. But right after he got skewered by your spear, the other one crashes into you and will do 2 attacks. Right. Two swift attacks against you. So swing and then right after swing again with his stone axe. Miss and possibly a hit. Let's see, a 12. His bonus to hit is 0.
Yeah, no, that
Alright, your armor.
should be a miss.
Let's check your armor. You've got a helmet and
I have a
gambeson on.
minus.
So that's -4. So you went from 9 to 5 AC in close combat. Alright, so he ran up to you, swung his axe into you, right? Swing once, missed, swing a second time, hits your gambeson, and the gambeson protected you that time. Just kind of beats on your armor. You feel it, but it's not enough to cause you any damage, right? So it hits your gambeson, and gambeson deflects it, right? Deflects the impact. So another one came up from behind you during the fighting, right? Ran up from behind you and rear-ended you. He's gonna do 2 attacks as well. So in the middle of all that,
I have. Shit.
I think this one hit possibly the 10 gets a +4, so that's a 14 against arm class 5. That's a hit on the dot. So from the back, you barely hear him once, but he swung, you turned, and you barely pushed him back, and the second swing hits you, just barely nicks you, and his stone weapon deals 1 to 4 damage to you, and it's a slow moving. You know, he's got like a stone hammer, maybe 1 to 4 damage. That's 4 damage to you. Hits you pretty hard. Most men would have died from this hit, but yeah, he swings a stone hammer at you. 1 miss, 1 hit. Right. You're at 2 hit points, bloody. Alright. Close to death. You're wounded for sure now. And you're surrounded, right? You got 1 dead cannibal here, 1 and 2 dead cannibals left. 2 cannibals, 1 dead. They're flanking. They're attacking from 2 different sides. Alright, dead cannibals, 2 live cannibals.
My
Alright.
plan is working perfectly.
So you're at least buying some time. And while that was going on, these 4 settlers here can fight, and they will defend their camp if need be. And settlers, they're armed with very basic weapons here and there. Half of them would have missiles. So these 4, out of these 4, 2 of them would have like sling and stones at the very least. And given the situation, they're gonna make a morale check. So if they fail the morale, they will begin fleeing. If they pass, they'll defend and fire their weapons from here, right? But their main goal is survival, not to die and fight. They're not here to die, and they're not here to fight. Alright, so 7 for morale. Check. They're considered normal human. They don't have the same as the guards.
Yeah, is it 7?
Have to double check.
Or is it, oh wait, might be 6.
It's 6, so they failed. So their main job is to survive, and given the situation that the enemies are to the south and west, they are getting their people to flee, right? They're like fleeing the camp. They're grabbing what they can and fleeing, right? Like, wake up, let's go! And they're like, as you're distracting the enemies, they're fleeing with their lives, right? So they're trying to escape the situation. So they'll flee up the hill toward where it might be safer. Actually, they'll flee north, yeah. This is safer. In the direction of friendlies, right? Because east of here are the cannibal lands, so that would not be a wise move. So yeah, they're fleeing up the hill. You're buying them time to live another day. Frederick, you were able to wake up. As soon as you climbed out of your tent, you heard all these settlers climbing up the hillside. And given that situation, you also looked into the valley, and you saw the attack that was going on, right? The entire south side is overrun. You see TENY, the veteran, down there fighting off 3 cannibals. From up here, what do you want to do?
I'm going to go down the hill and help TENY.
Very well. So you're running down the hill, you're rushing to his aid. So you climbed out your tent, you did a full sprint, will do, so you can close the distance. And as they were in the middle of fighting, you will be able to crash into one of the 2 cannibals to stop them fighting. Either that, or you can just close the distance and start swinging next round. So what would you prefer? If you crash them, you can go into immediate grapple. You want to run up to him and
grapple would be bad for me because I have my spear. So I'm gonna
just go for a stab.
I'm just gonna move in and yeah.
All right. So you were dead sprinting, rushing with your spear, full sprint. Some weapons, charged weapons, I'll allow to still kind of have an attack with. You can't make 2 attacks with it, but you'll make a normal attack. It's a freebie attack. This is like not your normal attack. It's like you're just running with a weapon in front of you, kind of attack. So it's just a free attack. You don't get to do double damage
like
or
a lance output.
Yeah. So, because technically you're not supposed to be able to attack since you did the sprint, right? And sprint is just full move and no attack, right? But I'll let you, since you did a charge with it, since you're just rushing down the hill, you're just like running, spear forward, spear charge, full speed, just blindly charging, or not blindly, but just hoping that it just runs through an enemy, right? It's not as high of a chance as normal, but it's a decent chance to possibly hit. So you just ran forward with the spear in front of you, in and toward the enemy at full speed. And I'll give you a free attack opportunity here. So roll 1d20 to possibly hit. 14?
14.
Alright, it's a hit. And then the damage is going to be a d6.
Perfect.
Can you do the double on that or no?
We just discussed that, no.
Oh, okay.
3 damage.
So he was running at full speed. That means by the time he got to the enemy, he was exhausted already, right? Like panting and huffing. And he got up to him and he ran his spear through him, right? Because if he did if it was a sprint and attack, or like what you see in combat, right? Like the standard spear charges, you'll run sprint a short distance and then stab the enemy with a lot of damage. He did a sprint for a long distance. So by the time he actually got to the enemy, he was like huffing and puffing. And then he ran this attack was a freebie. He's technically not supposed to be able to make an attack. We just discussed it, right? Because remember, it's move and attack or full movement. He did a full movement so he can at least close the distance. I'm just giving him a freebie attack right now.
Okay.
Right. based on the situation.
Okay.
So asking for more is already kind of a this is already more, right, than what he should get.
Yeah, sorry, I just misunderstood.
All right. So he came in from behind, stabbed the cannibal, saves TENY possibly, right? Because TENY was like fighting off 3 of them. He killed 1. Frederick, his comrade, arrives on the scene, spears 1 down as well. Now we have 3 dead cannibals, and now TENY's no longer being flanked, right? So.
Do I have a chance to wake up?
Teamwork. It's still the same round. We're still resolving it, so that's why it's really important when it's your turn to declare an action. You actually are there to declare it, right? So you have all this time right now to be ready on your turn, so that, yeah, etc. Right? We're still in the same round. We just got done with their scene. We got done with these scenes done here. In this scene for you, you're still asleep, but next round you can choose your next action and not sleep. Now we're gonna do. We did this group. They're gonna stand guard. The settler here will stay here, and for the people within the base, the others, right? They probably woke up at this point too. And remember, their priority is survival above all else. They'll defend the camp if possible, but survival is priority. So, given the situation is grim, they hear the alarm was raised. They're inside the hill. The main thing they will do is, and they know this probably is going to get overrun. So, I'm going to make a morale check for this particular group. If they fail the morale check, they'll begin withdrawing from the camp and abandon the base, right? If they pass, they'll defend from within the hill, right? As long as they can. So do a morale check for these guys. We'll do a morale 7, right? Given they have no actual leadership at the moment. So 7 is like average. So we'll do that. Alright, so they will, at the very least, these 4 here will defend to the very death, possibly. Or surrender if need be. Survival's priorities. They won't fight to the death. They'll fight to surrender. But they'll hold, at least they'll stay inside the base and hold it. And defend it until they have to surrender. So those 4 woke up. They're inside. They're ready to defend. As for the last scene this round is Rose's scene. She ran out of her camp. Approached Wombat and Laugh-Trap, who are hopefully awake at this time. 1 in 6 chance they stay asleep. So they're awake. And their reaction to the situation is based on morale. Right? So morale, as a group, they passed, and they gotta do their job, which their job is to. The original job was to set the alarm, and then of course defend this base. And the settlers are all being killed, and the priority is defending the base. So they'll stay in their little outpost, waiting for the enemy, basically, to defend this particular entrance. So settlers overrun. The only ones who can do anything about the settlers are the active group, right? So Rose, you see what they're doing. You could try to give them orders if you want, but they already have a job, right? Their job is to defend the entrance. So, what do you think? Do you want to talk to them? You notice they're awake still. What do you want to do now?
Okay. I tell them to take their weapons and get out.
Okay. Like get out of the outpost? Follow you?
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, let's see if they accept. So, this will be a morale check based on your charisma. So you're giving them orders. That's Rose. And you have a terrible charisma, so your character just doesn't look good, or is not very likable, or is very shy. So when she talks to them, she is really hesitant to say anything. She tries to shoot the words out because she knows it's right, but she's nervous and comes out, stuttering, maybe, or too quiet, or too fearful as she tries to give them orders, right? And they, of course, clearly don't listen to Rose. They look at her for a second and laugh, right? Or just ignore her, basically, and remain in the outpost. What are you doing? Get in here, right? They just ignore your plan or your orders for them. Alright, and that is round 4 complete. So, we are 2 hours into our game. Let's take a small break, 5 minutes. When we get back, we'll declare round 5 actions. Take 5.
Alright. Well, this situation's pretty shitty.
This is really shitty.
Yeah, I wish you were paying attention there, Sawyer.
Because when he said when he said my name, I thought he was like actually genuinely saying guards instead of garbs.
I was
Wow.
yelling. I was
Garbs
yelling
and
clear,
guards.
dude. I was yelling at you too.
I know, and I thought
No,
I was
I'm
unmuted
gonna
for
lie,
a
bro.
second.
When you were yelling, I thought you were yelling at me because like I said, I was muted and I had my mom talking to me at the same
I
time.
was yelling at you too. I was yelling at everyone.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I had my background was hella fucking noisy, bro. My mom's dogs were barking, going all crazy. My mom was talking to me. That's why I
Yeah,
said
don't worry
muted.
about it. Don't worry about it.
But I was asleep last round. Now I'm awake and I'm doing something.
Best course of action may or may not to be just to run the abandoned base.
Well, there's two
Or
cannibals. Oh no, there's one cannibal. Yeah, there's one cannibal left, but
or
we can.
me and you could just flank them from the back.
That's kind of what I did with this one, bro. So we'll just fucking flank all the cannibals.
Kill
There's
this one.
There's one with us right now. Shut up, bitch. There's one with us right now, and then there's another one to the south. I
Done.
was talking to my brother.
I know.
Yeah.
So we killed this one, and we killed that one,
Yeah.
and then well, these guys are probably going to be.
There's one right here. There's one right there. And then
No, there's 5 out here.
Oh, there's 5 over here. Oh, okay. I see.
5.
Yeah, I see.
This is stupid as hell, but we can go kill this one. Then we charge these guys. Probably going to be here by now, attacking the guards.
If these guys can hold this gate off, I think we'll be good. And then me and you can, like I said, take care of this cannibal. Come over here, take care of this fucker, and then engage. And then by then, hopefully these guys are able to assist.
Well, these two my guys, my guy, Lafley and Wombat, those guys are staying there. But they do have ranged weapons, so.
Is this a cave over here, bro? Like, is this a cave system?
This is a cave. If you look up here, right over here, if you follow this down here, this is it right here.
Let's see.
If you see my cursor, this is it right here.
Yeah.
I was planning to make it bigger, but we never had the time to make it bigger.
Oh, so this
is the small cave right here.
Okay, so this is what you've been working on. Gotcha. What we could do is, like you were saying, make it bigger. We can get rid of this right here in the middle, and do like a little fucking we could do a wall here, and have it to where we can set up archers on the back end. You know what I mean? And kind of like funnel people in. But we can discuss it after.
Yeah, after.
Yeah, after. If we make it out of here alive before the cannibals fucking
everyone
do their shit.
I was gonna say if these two NPCs actually use their ranged weapons, we might be Gucci. Because reasonably, they know these guys are going to come through and try to attack them, so they should alright, we should kill them before they come, because they chose to stay. So reasonably, these guys should attack the attackers over here. While one of us finish off this cannibal here, while one of us finishes down here, then me and you regroup over here.
Yeah.
I'm sure these guys' next location is to the guards. And if our magic user over here moves over here, it's able to see them, which I'm pretty sure he's able to see.
Yeah, but I mean, we would need a lookout anyways, just in case more stuff comes from this side.
Understand that, which I doubt because they didn't have that many.
All right, gentlemen, ladies.
They had. Yep.
It's been 5 minutes, so let's get back into it. Thank you for your patience. We left off at round 5, action declaration phase. So we'll start with TENY and Frederick. TENY, you were fighting cannibals over here. You and Frederick killed 2. What do you plan to do this round for round 5?
Finish off that last cannibal.
Sounds good. Frederick, do you want to help with that or something else?
I will definitely be assisting.
Alright. And then, Garbes, are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Alright, you are sleeping originally, so this round you have a 1 in 6 chance to wake up and take action, right? So you're going to wake up, and if you do wake up, what do you plan to do?
If I wake up, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, you possibly might wake up from the sound of fighting,
I'm gonna hear
right?
the commotion, for sure. I'm definitely gonna hear the commotion.
Right.
So I think I'll grab my spell book and sleep if I wake up.
Grab your spell book. I mean, yeah, your gear's on you when you wake up, basically. So you might equip it or wield it, but more importantly, you might wield some weapons. So you're gonna be waking up from the sound of battle to the south, right? So you just want to wake up and have your things in your hands, and that's it.
Well, grab my stuff since I'll hear the commotion. I'll probably like rush outside with my spell book already open.
Okay. Now bear in mind, you don't need your spell book to cast the spells. You need a free hand, right? So, as that's happening, let's see. For Rose, last round you try to give orders to Wombat and Lafrep, who ignored your orders and continue to watch out for enemies from their position. And they only can see kind of northward, right? They don't see any. I mean, they can kind of see the fighting going on to the northwest, but they see 2 guys have that handled. They just continue to just ready their weapons from their little outpost. So what would you prefer to do this round? You want to give them orders again or something else?
No, I go outside with my weapons and see where my help is needed.
Well, you're outside, so you can see, of course, from your position, the valley, the North Valley, a lot clearer than anywhere else. But which direction do you want to move, or what do you want to do to see where your help is needed? You can hear fighting to the west, you can hear fighting to the northwest. You want to approach the sound of fighting?
Okay, I approach to the west.
Okay, so you're making your way west. And ESETH for this round, for round 5, you can see that the cannibals are still having their way with the settlers. Do you want to continue observing from where you're at, or do you want to try something else this round?
Oh man, no, it's making me sick not going down there and helping them. But I mean, there's nothing that I can do. So okay, is there a way? So these cannibals are all probably like, not distracted but focused. So is there one close enough to me that I can get to try to, sneak him and not flank him, but try to attack someone without being ganged up on immediately?
Yeah, if you want. You can see that they're almost done with the settlers down here. They're gonna maybe start pushing north, so if you want, you can like make your way down the hill and then approach them from behind. Or go for the trailing ones,
Okay.
right? Like the ones in the back of their group. You want to do that?
Yes, that sounds like a plan.
So you'll carefully climb down the hill as soon as you see them turn away and start moving outward, right? And you can follow a trail behind and go after their rear end, right? Their rear flank. Okay, so that's ESETH's plan. At this point,
Yeah, let's
everyone
get Metal Gear
has...
Solid on these guys.
Sounds good. Alright, and as for the NPCs, declaration of actions or plans of actions, we can see what it looks like. Well, actually, we'll just go over their actions as we go through. So we'll start with the western flank, what actually happens out here. And this one cannibal here that stayed behind was able to turn this non-combative into a captured non-combative. They finished tying it down with a piece of rope. Right after that, of course, for this round, though, noticing the fighting happening to the north, he immediately rushes toward the north to help the fighting there. So he's running in, closing in, joining the fight, right? Helping his fellow cannibal. These 5 here, they finished capturing and beating dead or down some of these settlers, and right after that, they ran toward the 2 guards and the trader, right? Let's see. At least 4 of them did. 1 stayed behind to take care of the last non-combative. So, out of these 4, 1 will stay behind so that he can secure the last non-combative, a child, right? Tie it down. So one combative will stay back. And these ones here are moving out. They're trying to escape, rush back to the other settlement. So they're, or at least get out of here into the woods, right? Given that might be the only safe place left. So they make a run for it. They do a dead sprint. Let's say like 50% movement speed. So we'll do 60 feet roughly in 10 seconds. So those guys will get to safety at the very least. They'll get out of here alive with this settler as well. So they are abandoning the base. And then we'll do this scene right now. So Alpha, you got 1 cannibal on you. TENY, this is the east. This is the 1 cannibal that was actually rear-ending you, right? So you turn around to fight him. Frederick's coming to help you, so he gets to your side, and you got another one pushing up. So together, you can either try to finish off this single one, or one of you can get ready for the other one while the other one takes on this guy, right? Because you both target this one guy, then this guy gets to attack you both, right? So.
Okay. All right. You ready, Alpha?
Yeah, I can. Since I have my spirit, I can.
You want to go for the other one?
Defend this from the other garbage.
Yeah. All right. So Frederick, you'll intercept the other guy, and TENY will deal with this guy.
Yeah.
So both of you go ahead and roll a hit.
Yep.
Cannibal here has initiative in close combat against TENY. So he's right behind you. Turn around. All right, Frederick.
I got a 9. I don't know if I would add my strength modifier to that or no.
Yeah. So are you doing fast attack or a strong attack?
Strong attack.
Okay. So a 9, and you will get to add your strength bonus. All right.
Okay.
So
I have a 16 strength. That's what, +2?
Yeah. So 11, and you charged him. All right. Frontal charge. And yeah, also on the charge thing, it says that you have to move 60 feet minimum, right, in order to get the double damage if you're on horseback. So.
Gotcha.
We're not on horseback, so technically you're not supposed to get a damage bonus, but you can still get a 2-hit bonus. We'll get the +4 to hit.
Okay.
So you rushed him with a strong attack, the spear in front of you, full charge toward him. Increase, that movement, that mobility increases possibly the penetrative power to get through armor. So you ran full speed toward him, but it wasn't technically it wasn't 60 feet. So I mean in normal combat I think it would be 20 feet then, so it's 60-20. So I would say in normal combat, if you can move at least 20 feet, you can get the bonus. I would say that there was at least a 20-foot gap between you and him. So you intercepted him, you charged 20 feet, so I'll give you the +4 to hit. So you went from an 11 to 15, so you're definitely going to hit. And you did a strong attack, so he ran at you, naked cannibal with a, stone weapon in his hands. And naturally, he's very suicidal, right? Technically, right? So go ahead and roll damage. It's going to be 2d6, no, actually, yeah, 2d6 damage to get double, since you did a strong attack.
I did 6 damage.
Alright, 6 damage. Okay.
Yeah. Remember you add +2 to each.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. 8 total.
Okay.
No
yeah,
chance.
+4. There's 2 to each die you roll. So, yeah, you killed him.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You made
so
a clearly bad action.
Damage.
This one cannibal rushed you. He had a stone blade in his hand. He ran at you like a stone knife, charging you almost suicidally, right? And you just charge him with your spear, and he runs into your spear and dies against it. So another dead cannibal, just suicide charge into you.
It's
Alright.
a cannibal kebab.
Indeed. Tenny, how'd you do on your roll? Are you doing a strong or fast attack?
Yeah, I have not rolled yet, but I'm doing a strong attack.
Alright, and your enemy has initiative. He's gonna do a fast attack. Alright, so he rolled a 15 with bonuses and penalties. He will hit. Alright. Does he have armor class 4? Yeah, that's a hit. He deals 1d4. So before you could take any action, because he's so close to you in close combat with your spear in hand, versus his small stone weapon, his stone axe or something.
Yeah. He killed me.
He grabbed you, beat his axe into you, but he does not aim to kill. He actually aimed to injure. Okay? So he decided to knock you unconscious. He beat into your helm and subdued you instead. Right?
Yeah.
So you went unconscious.
Do I roll the D20 stay conscious?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a D20 to stay conscious then. You know, for subdual. Alright, so everything was black. So you're down and unconscious. And you've got a concussion, right?
Yeah.
He beat your head in with his axe, and you're in a daze, right? You just fall over. So that was for Tenny. So he's not trying to kill you. He tried to knock you down.
Yeah. May I ask one question?
Sure.
Can I play as one of my other characters that are here?
Yeah. On your next turn.
I have multiple of my family.
On your next turn, you can take on a different character at the base. You can control one PC per turn, per round. So
that's perfectly fine. It's just I have multiple of my family here, so.
Yeah. Tenny's wounded in action. He's out of the fight. Out of action. Out of these settlers. Oh yeah, it should be just wounded in action then. Wounded in action settlers, 4. Right, so they're out of the fight. But possibly dead, possibly dying. This guy beat your head in. You're concussed. Everything went black as he crushed or slammed your head and racked your brain around with every strike. So as that was happening, he did do a fast attack against you, so he was already close combat with you, so he beat your head in, turned around, and with the second attack he swung at Frederick, who was in the middle of killing this cannibal here. Right? He charged him, so this cannibal was in the middle of beating you down at the start of the round, ran toward Frederick, who just finished pulling his spear out of this cannibal. He ran up to Frederick and swung his axe into the back of Frederick, right? And then Frederick, of course, you would try to turn around to defend yourself, but you pulled your spear free and he swung on you. He has 2 attacks per round like us. And with bonuses and penalties applied, he did land a hit on Frederick. And he dealt Frederick 4 damage. Right, so Frederick at the start of the round, the first few seconds of the 10-second round, he beat down Tenny. As you pull your spear free from the other one, you turn around to try to defend yourself, but before you could, you were hit for 4 damage. And he's using his axe technically in 2 hands, so he actually gets a +1 damage bonus. So he would knock you down as well. So you went unconscious, right? Make a saving throw to stay conscious. Roll 1d20. If you're still conscious, you can still crawl away, or surrender, or talk, or take action at a penalty. So he beat you down. You're at 0. Yeah, roll
Alpha
D20.
roll 1.
If you don't roll it, it's just an automatic fail. Just automatically black out.
I think he assumed we moved
Alright,
on.
he's AFK, so I'm assuming he's thinking we moved off, and yeah, he gets knocked out unconscious then. So he's out of the fight. Everything goes black. Frederick is knocked down. That cannibal went crazy, went berserk, right? He beat down Tenny, he beat down Frederick. So it was a fair trade overall. 3 dead cannibals, and then 2 downed fighters. The cannibals are fighters too, but they're just naked. Right. Let's see. Have little to no worth. Or minimal worth. Alright. So with that, we're gonna go into, let's see, we did these guys.
I haven't gone.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go in a moment. These cannibals here made movement toward the guards and traders, right? So they ran up. The guards prepared to defend their trader. And seeing that the guards are well armored and equipped, they're going to go for overrun tactics. So one will crash into the guard and try to tackle him down. And before he could, the guard was able to swing at him. Right. These guards are equipped with weapons and such, and have a very good chance against the cannibals. So the guardsmen hit the cannibal and more than likely killed him. Another one would move in. He would have 2 attacks as well. They're considered fighters. He missed that one, so that cannibal had a chance to kill him. Alright, so they're struggling. Or just speeding through their rolls. Alright, another guard, prepares to swing on a cannibal that tries to grapple him. Passed, hit him, probably more than likely killed him. Let's see, we'll just confirm. The guards are equipped with swords or axes. Alright, D8 damage. Alright, 5.
And they're bladed weapons too, so
yeah,
double.
that's true, double.
Because
Good call. Alright. And then, of course, that would probably more than likely be a kill then. He would have one more attack to maybe finish off another of the 2 remaining cannibals. So we'll say there's one. During the cannibal charge, 3 were immediately cut down, with 1 remaining. So they did a suicide charge against the guards who held steady and just went ham on them, right? Just like cut right through them like butter, basically. Just shred them, right? As they try to crash into our trader. But they are well trained, good experience, better equipped than most of our guys here. So dead. There's
I
only
think they're
2.
below half now, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're gonna make a morale check. So the cannibals are starting to lose the fight, right? But their main objective was to deal damage and get out with some food, right? I mean, if possible, overrun the entire camp and then eat or celebrate after. They will have tons to eat, tons to take. But it looks like things are not going their way now. The tides have turned against them, and we might be able to save our base for one more day. So, given the situation, yeah, as those cannibals are being killed off by the guards, these guys here flanked the cannibal positions technically. They were able to fire at the cannibals. Wombat and Laptrap. Let me see if they actually were equipped properly for this situation.
They do have bows.
Alright, they both have bows. So we'll start with Wombat, fighter, firing at twice the rate per round. Faster than the halfling could. The halfling's a better shot. His first shot hit and more than likely killed. Because he had a short bow, double damage given the situation. Because he's dealing fast attack but unarmored enemy. So bleed damage. So, yep. More than likely killed his foe during the approach. So, yeah, the enemies are overrun by friendly firing, right? We fire at them. Our side is winning now. So, the tides have turned to some extent. We were bound to at least survive, but we have suffered major losses, right? Rose was running for the west.
Died, though.
And ESETH was just watching, right? And he was gonna make his way down to pursue the enemy. When he got down there, he saw there's one cannibal left tying a child up, right? And he intercepted it, charged him, and Rose was coming after to help. But before Rose got there, ESETH was already on the scene with one cannibal who was in the middle of tying down a kid. And ESETH, you came in from behind, you snuck up to him. I'll just auto let you, or there's a chance you might fail, a slight chance. So roll the hit. You have a super high chance to succeed, but if you somehow fail, then things might turn against you. So, ESETH, go ahead and roll 1d20 to hit.
Fingers crossed.
Alright, 9. With bonuses applied, you hit, because you're behind him. He's not wary of you, he's very susceptible. You came from behind, grab him by the scalp, and just beat your axe into his neck if you want. Or you can describe how you finish him, right? You can't, as long as he kills him. Right?
Oh, yeah. I was definitely going to come up behind and try to put my blade right where his shoulder meets his neck.
Do you want to kill him or do you want to make him surrender? Because technically you are a man of God, right? And murder is a sin. But also defend the weak. So
they're currently tying up a child.
He's not killing the child, right? So technically he's not doing anything terribly wrong. So do you want to ask him to surrender first?
Oh, no, I'm not going to warn him. All right, maybe I'll just whack him across from the side of the head, try to knock him out.
Try to knock him out. Use the blunt of the axe. All right, so you do half damage then.
Yeah, I should have went with the club. Yeah,
All right.
bladed weapon's dangerous.
Yep. So you whack him in the side of the head, and given the situation, he's you. I'll let you just so that he has no chance to defeat you. You're gonna go for a automatic success on a grapple instead. So you're gonna hold him down. That way, he can't fight back, right? So you hold him down, and then Rose will come to the
Okay.
scene and help you, right? Because if you whack him and if you don't knock him out on the first strike, he could turn around and turn things against you, right? If you don't knock him out on the first strike, so
He intercepted.
you'll just come up from behind him, like put your arm around his neck and like hold him down to the ground, right? And Rose will come in and then hold him down with you, and then you guys would either tie him up or knock him out, right? Like you can squeeze the oxygen out of him until he falls asleep, right? So
That works.
yeah, so you'll capture one enemy at the very least. So cannibal, wounded cannibal 1, right? This guy gets wounded instead, he passes out. But congratulations, you guys completed today's adventure, which was not much. I mean, it was still kind of an adventure. There was a risk and reward, but not a very profitable one because it was a defensive campaign today, right?
Yeah.
So we had to
Yeah,
defend
so
our
I say,
turf.
can we take their weapon, tell them XP?
You at very least get XP
Yeah.
and defend your home, right? But you only can get profit
Yeah.
when you're on the
Technically-
offensive. So
Yeah, I will say technically we didn't lose anyone since everyone was kind of unconscious.
right, so you lost the benefits of settlers in your camp. So because major casualties have occurred here at settlement, story-wise, right? Main thing you lost was the settlers now, right? The merchants are able to defend themselves, fortunately, but who knows about other attacks in the future?
Yeah.
Right? So the settlers, they were a free bonus that you guys acquired, right? They were just people you invited into your camp. Like you welcomed anyone in that will help your settlement grow, right? You weren't, and you provided security in return. They of course settled your land, right? You know, one group of settlers, their family was gathering wood, one was gathering food, and one was maintaining your camp, like cleaning, building, getting
Yeah.
water, right?
Well,
So maintenance
I'll say-
family, yeah.
technically only one settler died because
Well,
they're
yeah.
all unconscious.
Out of these, yeah, only one died, while a bunch of them were wounded. Yeah, so it's not major casualties for the settlers as well. And same with our side. Only 2 of our guys were down, but they were not killed. This last cannibal here ran off. Like he escaped, he ran away. So
Can any of the ranged missile people just shoot him in the
shoot
back
him
while he's running?
dead. I'd say possibly, yeah. So, you know, Wombat and Laugh Trip saw him over there. They were like firing on his position. There's a chance they would have taken him. Laugh Trip and Wombat would have 1 shot each because Wombat already fired one that round and killed. And then Wombat fired again, let's say. Missed, and Laugh Trip fired as well. Missed. Alright, so let me grab.
Well, halfling plus 1.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, okay, yeah, I was wounded in action by the other cannibal DM.
Yeah, you were AFK
Yeah,
at the
you were-
time. But what happened was the one that took down TENY also took you down because like he had 1 attack on TENY, turned and beat Frederick in the back of the head. He ran up to Frederick, moved and swung. He has 2 attacks per round as well. So
Yeah, they're fighters.
they're fighters. Right.
Oh well, okay. So if that's the case, wouldn't I have had
Oh,
an
you did
extra
strong
attack on my turn?
You did a strong
did a
attack.
strong
So
attack.
how the fighter's skill works now is you either have a strong attack for double damage or 2 attacks for increased chance to hit, or slash you can increase the number of
Oh, okay,
enemies you
okay,
can
okay.
attack. Yeah. So you did
Okay,
double
I
damage.
didn't, yeah, I didn't know if that was.
or
I
two
didn't,
separate
I didn't know
attacks.
if the strong attack was counted towards the double attack.
Yeah, so
Okay,
he
that
did
makes
2
sense.
attack. He did a fast attack, right? He hit, moved, hit, whereas you moved and then did a strong attack and did double damage.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's why you were asking if it was a strong attack or a
Fast
fast
attack,
attack.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Either 2 attacks
Yeah.
or double
I do have
damage.
one question. Which one rolled the 8?
Right, I'm updating some of the records that were affected, like ammunition.
But so we were just wounded in action. We're
Alright,
fine though, right?
I'm gonna
Like,
rule
we
that the
weren't
one that
captured?
rolled an 8 is not hit because there's a lot of penalties and such, right? Movement penalties, accuracy penalties.
Yes, you're right.
So it's
You're
not
right.
it's not worth doing the calculations. I'm just gonna rule he ran off. He took an action that was more than likely successful for his side, right? We had a slight chance, but if we didn't roll high enough, we did not have a chance. We rolled an 8. I'm not going to take the time to calculate because I already know it's probably going to be a miss. Given the lighting, it's dark. Given the movement, given the cover, right? So, alright.
There wouldn't have been any cover.
Easy to say. Yeah, there's no cover out here, but he was not very far from the hill. So, alright.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Alright, Lafreb had 7 arrows. He has 6 now after this battle. Alright, records are being updated. No one else fired, but you guys won the adventure today. You saved the settlement. The settlement was slightly damaged. We lost 1 settler. Right? So
Yeah.
1 dead settler.
1 settler went out.
So, I'm going to take this in the notes for this camp now. The Wolfden base camp. In the camp, there's 1 trader, 2 or trader guards. Let's see, trader guards. 2. And there's of the settlers now, only 1 adult was killed, but many are wounded. So, of the settlers, we'll do adult settlers. That was 1 adult settler killed, and there's out of all the settlers, there was 20 to begin with. 6 were child settlers. 6 were elderly, and 8 were adult. So we'll say there's 7 adult settlers left. There's 6 children, child settlers, and there's some elderly too. 6 elderly. Alright.
We won. We survived.
So without traders, we can't trade. Without settlers, we can't live here because they maintain the camp, basically. Some do construction, some do hunting, foraging, some do, what was it? Some do foresting, right? Collecting wood. So, alright.
I do have one question. The settlers that were able to get out of there, will they
They'll come back, yeah,
or-
they come back. Yeah, there's no.
Okay.
So, they have no home. This is their new home, right? They came here to settle the land. So,
Yeah.
they were homeless before this.
Alright. So we're not totally screwed.
Alright.
And of course, we still have a couple settlers that were sleeping on the job.
Yeah, so to end the story or to resolve it, you know, after the battle, we go over the wounded and we take care of them. You know, you'll round up the dead. For the dead cannibals, you can drive them off into the woods to be eaten by animals.
Feed them to the wolves.
Yeah, throw them to the wolves or something.
Can we bury them? We have a cleric. Can we bury them?
Yeah, burial is good. Burning is good.
Okay, we literally do have wolves, so why don't we just feed them to the wolves? At least a
Yeah,
couple
you'll
of them.
feed the cannibals to the wolves then. So
Exactly.
this is
Yeah.
Yeah, we can feed the cannibals to the wolves, and then we'll bury our own, bro.
for the
'cause
wounded
that's, you know,
cannibal.
that's good.
Do you guys want to imprison him?
Is torture an option?
Yes.
I mean, after you
Yes,
imprison him.
torture.
We'll imprison them and torture them, and while we torture them, we'll interrogate them.
All right, so you plan to
Exactly.
torture him at some point, but for now you're gonna imprison him, right?
Yeah.
Or do you want to torture him on the spot?
Oh,
What do you
Let's
plan to do with
imprison
him
him for now.
immediately? Just imprison him,
Yeah.
lock him up somewhere, or tie him
Yes.
up somewhere.
yeah. Someone take the rope, because they had a rope and they were tying people up.
Yeah, they were
so
bringing
maybe
ropes
use
in.
the rope they would.
So their gear, by the way, how they
Yeah.
work is they're level 1 fighters up to 20 like normal men. The reason why they have so many, well, the reason they trade gear for numbers, right? So they have more people, but they have less gear. And then of course, um, they also have XP value, which is good. So you guys get XP value, but their gear is usually worth up to 3 coppers. So like stone tool weapons. So some of them had some supplies on them for those who had like smaller weapons like knives instead of axes or spears or whatever. So
Yeah. And we can repurpose these weapons to give out to.
they're not very good weapons. You could pass them out to the men or the settlers. They're decent weapons, but they're made of stone.
Yeah.
So, like stone axe,
Yeah.
like flint, stone spears. So
They will
they're
be
just
able to
spare
defend
weapons
themselves better.
to be used. Yeah, I mean it's good to use just in case it's a free weapon. But iron and steel weapons have the best durability in the game, right? So you never really have to worry about their durability. Just sharpen them, maintain them. But like stone ones, then you have to take account for. Then we have to account for their durability more often. But for the most part, we don't really account for weapon maintenance or anything like that because we always purchase the top tier weapons like steel and iron weapons. Well, the standard is like iron. Steel would be like masterwork. So most of you have iron weapons, a bit heavier. It's the average. So. All right. Let's see.
We killed.
Kill a bunch of them. Yeah. So.
I wonder how this will impact their numbers at home.
Yeah, back at their home.
Yeah, because they had 9 people in their lair, and they had 9 people here. they might have just
no,
wiped
because
out their entire lair.
They grew like when they win battles and such, right? That brings on reinforcements from other places because they hear about the, that draws in others to want to venture in that area. So other cannibals would arrive from different lands, hearing about the winning wars, right? People want to join the winning side, so.
Yep. And they suffer a major loss here.
Yep, they did. All right. Yeah. To wrap up the story tonight, to wrap it up, well, before we go over post game, so what your characters do after the expedition, we're gonna go over rewards and experience and such, right? So. After the battle was cleaned up, the wounded were taken care of, were brought, tended to, and fed. Eventually, there was let's see, it's 4 dead ones here. Yeah, only one of them got away, right? So, and one of them was captured. So, out of the 9 that we encountered, 7 were killed. That's 7 XP to be distributed among your crew. But the thing is, some of the people were killed by NPCs. But yeah, they were killed by some NPCs. So NPCs might want to claim some as well. So I think
there's
Wombat and Laugh Trip would claim 1 each because they actually did something. So Wombat and Laugh Trip. At the cost of helping the party as NPCs, there's a chance they would either die or actually gain something passively. So when their players come back, they at least get a little bit of something for risking their characters in this area. There's 5 left to distribute to your team. Out of your group, GARBES was trying to help at the very end, but by the time he actually was able to possibly take an action finally, the fighting was already done, right? He was out of the fight for the most part.
What we could do is, I know me and Alpha definitely killed 1, so we should definitely get.
Yeah,
1.
So you 2 think you deserve 1, right?
At
the least.
And I think we're gonna need 1 anyways, right? Because.
See, ESETH.
When you get knocked on.
What's up? Yeah, you were knocked unconscious. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't get level drained. Okay.
You will. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, that's why I want that 1. so we can get back up to level. Well,
Yeah, let's see. Let me double check
What?
here. House rules, combat rules. When you hit level 0 or hit 0 hit points. Okay, so death by damage, level drain, or death below 0 hit points. Dying at 0 hit points, gain a disability. Level drain and save is death. Alright. See what's a 0? Dying at 0 abilities.
oh, but we weren't.
Oh no, you were just knocked out. So you were subdued. If subdued, stable, yeah, you're not gonna get a level drain. Only if you were on the verge of death, like bleeding out. You weren't dying. They just knocked you out. So,
Okay. All right. Perfect.
I would say when you're subdued, it's a different situation. So, you will still get 0 hit points, of course, and let's see. You
No, I
win
think me and Alpha.
unconscious.
Yeah. I think me
Dying
and
at 0
Fred would,
points.
should definitely get at least one since we killed. I'm pretty sure one
Oh, yeah.
each.
Okay, level drain or death at 0 hit points. So you should actually get level drain. Level drain or death. Oh, below 0 hit points. Dying at 0 hit points. And it says if subdued, stable, so you're not dying. But you would still get everything else actually, based on the rule.
Okay.
So,
Where
yeah, do that real quick.
I'm not.
So they get to choose your penalty, the NPC. So the two who went dying was just, yeah, TENY. So hit you in the head. We're gonna go with a -1 penalty to Constitution. Hit points will be reduced because at level 0 you would have 1 to 4. So 1 to 3 maximum hit points. You would get 1 XP for this expedition, which would level you back up, so you would get the bonus again. So
Yeah.
you want to reroll hit points, right?
Yep.
You want to take a +1 or just roll a d8? Yeah, go ahead and roll a d8.
Yep. Okay. D8.
4 is your new
A little
maximum
bit
at
less.
level 1. And then what ability do you want to increase?
Let's re-roll strength.
Strength. Alright, go ahead and roll 3d6. Alright,
You got
came back
stronger.
stronger. Yeah, so after the first fight that you survived but didn't die from, right? So the saying goes, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know, you came back, realized you were a lot stronger than you were before after waking up.
He sacrificed his hit points for
More aggression, more
for
strength.
strength.
So you realized you're a lot
Yeah.
stronger than you were before, right? Whether it become accumulation, of course, of many hours and days and weeks of training. Today you tested it in the field and you realized you're not actually average. You're actually above average, strength-wise. And you survived the battle.
He came here the average man and came out none.
Right.
Question, DM, for the XP, did you revise that or is that the same still? 20 XP?
Yeah.
It's the same. Still 20.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
Frederick,
then
your
that-
turn.
That means Frederick.
So for your lower drain, you know, you took a whack to the head. Same situation. We're gonna go with a -1 to your intelligence, and then of course, maximum hit points changed to 3. Maximum hit points -1, so 2 maximum hit points. And now you level back up to fighter because you're low. You got 1 XP, so you went back to level 1, and choose 1 ability to improve, or 2.
Let me see here. Let's go with. We're gonna increase Constitution.
Okay. Do you wanna do a reroll then? 3d6.
Yeah. Let me see here. Come on, baby, give me something good.
All right.
There we go. 12.
When you recover, by the way, you both have an injury, so despite your improvements, you actually have to suffer a concussion as also a consequence, because naturally, it doesn't come without all these penalties, right?
Yeah.
You get all these bonuses, but not without a penalty. If you fully recover, you'll come back stronger. You're not fully recovered yet. It'll take at least a month to fully recover from this. So, status, you both have a concussion, right? So it takes a month typically to recover from it. At minimum, a month to fully recover from an actual concussion, right? So your head is always in a hazy state, right? Always having a constant headache, head pain, neck pain, all that. So you can still take physical actions.
Is that something that the cleric could heal with cure light wounds?
No, remember, hit points is like, yeah, that's light wounds. This is a real, like, a heavy wound, right? You could have died from this, right? Kind of situation.
Oh, gotcha.
So.
Yeah, light wounds just fixes HP and paralysis, I think.
Let's see.
Gotcha.
So both of you have concussion status, concussed, concussion. All right, concussion. Since what's the date? It's the 5th of December. December year 10. All right, concussion. 05/10 December. So in 1 month, you might heal from it, right? Or we'll do until.
Yeah.
Until.
What would be
the 5th? Let me double check how long it takes to recover from concussion. How long?
Yeah. What I'm seeing here is
take
7, 10.
Heal a concussion.
Here.
All right. Yeah, it's 2 to 4 weeks. So we'll do a month. So a concussion until 05 January year 11 in the campaign. Same with both of you have the same injury. Concussion until
what would be the
05. What's up? The penalty?
What would be the penalty with a concussion?
With a concussion, anything that involves using your head gets a -4 penalty. It's almost impossible. So you're out of action for a month, right? So we already know.
Okay.
Majority of the time, and men who are in combat spend most of their time either wounded or dead, right? Or in the field. So those are the 3 places you can be when you're a combatant. You're either still active, inactive because of whatever reason, or you're dead, right? The one that happens most often, I think, especially in a combat zone, is you're going to be dead, then wounded, and the least likely is remaining active. So you're active the fewest amount of times, right? Usually. Yeah. So you guys are medically discharged for a while, I guess, or medically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just out of the fight for a while. These two will get to at least rest up, and someone's got to take care of them. So that's another thing. Having the ability to be taken care of when you're out of fight, because if everyone could take care of themselves in this world, right, life would be easy. But there's people that can't take care of themselves. That's why.
Luckily, my character has family.
Here? No. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, he does. Right, of House Ethan. So.
I have 3 different family members here.
Yeah. So. Naturally, that's why we need a lot of reserves, or a lot of people that are not actively adventuring sometimes, or more importantly, settlers to help take care of you, right? Family, non-combatant people to take care of you when you're out of the fight. So, both of you, your characters get a live to tell a tale. You can't go adventuring for a while, as these particular characters. But who knows? A lot of the time, characters that go adventuring non-stop for a few days will definitely die, because adventuring is dangerous, and usually it's rare to see anyone survive more than a couple adventures. So this will give them a break before their next adventure, which they will probably die on. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
And if everyone comes back again, everyone gets a retainer, and our thing boosts us up.
Yeah. So now we just got some wounded men in the camp. All right. So some people are still in the fight. We still have some XP to pass out, so we only dished out 4 out of the 7. So there's 3 left, and there's technically 3 other characters, which are ESETH, GARBES, and
the guards have to take. Yeah.
And Rose. So should we just give it to these 3 for participating? I guess. I mean, these 2 actually helped out.
Yeah.
ESETH got a.
They were actually right.
He was paying attention. She was paying attention too. So they just couldn't do much at the time given their situation. The one guy who was supposed to be awake was not awake, right? That was GARBES, right in the beginning. His character was supposed to be awake, but his player wasn't there, so he just ended up sleeping. The one guy who could have changed the story, right? Or rung the alarm. All right, you know, it is what it is. The dice determined it was his shift, and he fell asleep at his post, right?
Yeah.
So
he could have just walked over here and put every single one of them to sleep because
yeah,
they were all within range.
Yep, it would have been an easy encounter, but it's whatever. All right, so these three, you guys want to, for the last 3 XP, do you want to do one each on them, or how do you want to distribute it?
Oh, of course, the guards did really well. They took out a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, the guards should get some. So, forgot NPC characters can also get it. So these guards will take some. The 2 guards here, that leaves 1 XP left.
It's either between
How much XP do these Cannibals a lot per kill?
You got 7 XP. Me, you got 1 each to level back up from.
And the guards are being generous. You know, they got 3 kills, I think, right, or 4, or 3. So technically, they should probably keep all 3 of them, but they're giving you guys 1 of their 3. So.
Yeah. Well, it's either between Rose and ESETH.
All right, which of the 2 then should get it? Who do you think needs leveling more? ESETH or Rose?
Rose, call odd or even.
Yeah, probably roll for it.
Roll for it.
Idea. Yeah.
Is she present?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you?
But what do I roll on?
Oh well.
No, the DM's gonna roll for it. So it'd be
Roll
a
for it.
D4 right DM. So 1 and 2 would be one person, 3 and 4 would the other.
You can just do odds or evens, like you said. So ESETH, since
Okay.
you called out that, you can choose odds or evens.
Odds.
All right, you get it. So ESETH will get it this time. You're 1 out of 15 XP. 14 more to go before you get level 2. And you can do more stuff at level 2. Alright, good job, guys. Unfortunately, there wasn't too much to reward you with, because this was this time a defensive expedition, kind of forcibly. Naturally, you could have chosen not to engage in this adventure if you really wanted to. You could have done something else, like not be at base at the time of the attack. That's also fine, but then that would also automatically make the base lost. Alright, we would automatically lose the base then.
Yeah.
I'm sure that most of you would, at least some of you, want to keep this base here, because otherwise our progress would be backtracked.
I want
at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, you maintain the base today.
Even though technically the owner is gone, captured, or whatever, it's still my family's base. So.
Yeah. All right.
I will defend this thing with my life, and I will keep turning out retainers.
Land of the Cannibals to the east. Right.
Yeah. What I might start doing, might making retainers that are heavy footmen that are purely meant to just defend.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, that's part of the game, having a garrison, the base. All right.
Is there a bounty on Cannibals?
Possibly. Some NPC settlements might pay to get. I mean, currently there are no NPC settlements nearby, so the only people that can put bounties down are the people who own the settlements. The shoreline over here is owned by Mitchson, and his NPC state, he doesn't offer any bounties. The thing is, bounties are paid based on the taxes that are brought in by the settlers, right? But settlers can't pay taxes until they actually have a way to, make money and settle the land. So right now, given the situation, these settlers here are still trying to make themselves, or they're still settling
Make like
in.
a home for themselves.
Make a home for themselves. And then after that, once they get some profit going, then they can start paying taxes, right? Whether in terms of money or in terms of what their trade is, right? Like the lumber people can
Yeah.
bring in wood. At the moment, they're already paying taxes.
Yeah.
So how they're paying for the taxes is they're sharing what they produce, right? And then if they don't share what they produce, they'll pay in other ways, right? So right now, the people who get wood, they don't pay taxes because they take care of the wood for the camp. They provide all the wood necessary to maintain
Yeah.
and build the camp. The people who get food, feed the camp, so they don't pay taxes because that. And the only people who you might be able to tax are other adventurers in your camp now, right? But if you tax every adventurer, they might not stay here and help out, right? Because currently they're paying the way that they pay their taxes is they help maintain the camp by guarding the camp, right, and protecting and going out hunting for monsters, right, to protect the camp even further.
Yeah.
So.
With all the stone weapons we're able to get.
Yeah.
With the money, is it possible to reimburse that money into the camp? It won't be much, but it would be better than.
You could sell it to the trader if you want to buy them, but he has no interest in your stone tools. He likes to buy iron weapons.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we'll just give out the stone tools to the settlers then.
Yeah. The settlers, they have like decent weapons. These weapons are just about on par. If anything, they're good for training. They're good for other usage, like especially due to durability, because iron tools and weapons still need to be maintained, and still will break down after heavy usage. So it's good to use these stone ones up before you use up your good stuff, right? Or like use them for like not good, not important things, right? Like hunting maybe, or hunting small animals. Yeah. Give them to the kids, to train with and use.
Yeah. Would it be also possible, like, depending how much we get, can we, like, what I've been seeing a lot lately, max users without weapons because they spend it all. Would it be possible to stockpile their stone weapons and give them to match users or anyone who doesn't have a melee weapon for venturing?
The only thing that's profitable with the cannibals is their land. If you can clear the cannibals off the map and get their land, then of course you'll be able to produce way more stuff, right? The other thing cannibals are good for is slaves. If you can capture them, enslave them, and make them work, right, then you're getting money. So that live cannibal guy, if you torture him, then you can't be a slave anymore, right? You can't work if you torture him.
That's not. Yeah, not torture him. This is enslave him.
Enslave him, right?
Many men of God had slaves, so I think I'm okay with that.
All right. So some clerics are fine with it, some are against it, right? But it depends on how you treat them, right? Like a good master and a good slave, right? So if you take care of your slaves, then I guess it's holy, right? Like if you do the bare minimum, feed them, take care of them.
I'm gonna have this guy eating my hand. I mean, eating out of my hand.
Teach him how to eat normal food, right? Because currently these cannibals only do one thing: eating other people and animals, right? So this cannibal you got today,
we have a whole bunch of their camp.
Let's see what kind of cannibal it is. So there's a 33% chance for it being, of course, of 3 different age groups. Young adult, or old adult, which is elder, child, or adult, basically. So it was a elderly cannibal that you captured, and this elderly cannibal is a male, and he only knows one thing: it's to kill and eat. Right? Basically, you captured him, you tied him, you thought about torturing him, but then other ideas came to mind, like how is this guy gonna make us money, right? Because we can't sell him to anyone, really. We don't get money. No one's paying for his head, right? So what benefit does he have? Well, he has 2 hands and 2 feet. He can work, right? So there's things he can do at the camp to help. He can dig, right? So help dig, build, construct.
Yeah, have him dig the cave, and then in exchange we'll feed him meat.
Exactly. All right, so now we have 1 cannibal slave, right, at the camp now. So
Jobs to expand the cave, make it a little bit bigger, more defendable.
So the 1 settler that was killed, the cleric will have him buried and do a little funeral for him. The settler, that is. The dead cannibals are gonna be butchered and prepared as food for the wolves that you're raising, right? You'll dry their meat and make sure that it doesn't spoil. It's a gruesome and horrible process that should not be done by anyone in particular, right? But it's necessary. So it's a necessary evil, and the person who came up with the idea should do it then, right? So I guess Tenny, in your free time,
That would be.
I'll do it. I'll do it, DM. I have.
Well, you guys
no
are actually
fear.
wounded, so you guys can't do it. You're out of action. But you gave the idea out,
Yeah.
so House or Tenny's family members will take care of it. So like Laugh Treb and whoever else is here will help take care of the the meat to feed the dogs.
Absolutely.
So or the wolves that they captured.
Yeah.
Wolf pups. All right. But good job. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss or do now that the game is over? Post game activities.
Oh. No, I can't do anything while I'm conscious. It was a fun game. Do you plan to do any more tonight?
Yeah, so we just did a 3 hour, so I'll take a break, and then if you guys are still on, or if at least 3 players are still on, we'll do another game tonight.
Yeah, we'll be on.
It's my day
We'll
off,
be
so.
on.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Take a
Yeah, I'll
break.
be on too.
If you're not going to be on for the next
Perfect.
one, no worries.
I'm gonna put my phone. I'm gonna put my phone on my charger, and I'm gonna go charge real quick, and then I'll be good for another game.
Sounds good, yeah. I'll be gone for
Hell
like
yeah.
30 minutes to an hour, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
So,
I'm going to
Yeah.
dinner.
Perfect.
Take care.
Yeah.
See you guys. Thanks
Ross,
for
you
playing.
good to join us for this game?
Appreciate it.
Let's see. I haven't decided if I'm pulling an all-nighter or not. I have something to do in, what time is it now? 6 hours.
I see.
But you can ping me.
Yeah, just let us know how you feel about it. No worries. You don't have to decide now. You got like an hour. So. Alright, take care, ladies and
Cool.
gentlemen. Thanks
Yeah.
for playing.